weapons ready, kiss the ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, who cares why we're fighting? It's about the fight. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm fighting the war because that's what I do on a whatever the heck this is, Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts. It is May 15th. We are midway through May 2018, if you can believe it. That's a little scary. But yes, we are here. We are back, and we are ready to go with our Tuesday stream. We got a big, busy day for you today, starting over here with, I am happy to say, the return of Lone Wolf, the Caverns of, oh God, she corrected me on this. I'm not going to get it right. Kalte? Caverns of Kalte, which is given book 3 Lone Wolf, as we continue to pursue that bastard that you see on the screen for what he did to the fine people of Sommerland. And it will be live illustrated by our own TariToons. Tari is making her triumphant return, which is very exciting. And I also have an announcement about that regarding ArvCon and Tari, but we will talk about that in just a minute. If you haven't done so already, please consider supporting the stream by following the channel. That's one of the best things you can do. If you haven't done so already, please check out the Discord with the !ArvCord. We're up to almost 150 members over on the Discord now, which is amazing. So please continue to sign up and join up and hang out there and have a good time. I am very happy with how the Discord's been doing. YouTube is !ArvTube. We're up to 610 subscribers over there, which is really, really cool. !Arv tweets, where you can see what it is that I tweet. A lot of times it's about the channel, but it's also about my writing. Sometimes it's about my family. Sometimes it's about politics, fair warning. So all of that stuff is there as well. And as far as the financial ways to support the stream, one of the ways to do that is !Arv shop, where you can go over to the shop and get some of our merchandise and so forth. Thank you, Echo. Where you can get merchandise and so forth related to Infinity and Beyond, although we are going to be expanding that in the very near future to Adventures of Middle-earth and Esper Genesis synopsis as well, so that's going to be happening over there. And then exclamation point Arvtreon will support the Patreon, and I do want to mention that the Patreon has got cool things for both the channel and for you. And I see that Genly was in here before, or is actually in here right now, and I have finished Genly's character background, and I'm actually going to be able to read it to him, although I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that during the session today. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Normally, I would read it at the end of the session, but the thing is that I have to get ready for D&D with GOG at 4 p.m., so I don't 100% know if I'll be able to do that. Hopefully, though. If not, though, it will be at the next available opportunity, so it'd probably be the next Tuesday, if need be, because I've got it done and ready to go. And of course, I've had Ashera's character background ready to go for a long time, so I'm ready to read hers as well. Anyway, those are both finished, so I am looking forward to doing that. You can get that and other things as well, so that will be awesome times for you folks. And then that's the Patreon. And then last but certainly not least, of course, is that sub button, which is currently sitting right above the video window. Again, we want to get back up to 40 subs and past it if we can. Both those things together really make a difference. It makes it possible for me to pay some folks for the work that they do on my channel, and that makes the channel even cooler and more professional looking, and hopefully provide something better for you folks. So all that stuff is good. Now, quick note about schedule. Yeah, I did read it, and that's fine, Genly. Part of the deal is actually reading out. It is reading it on stream, unless you don't want me to. But assuming you do want me to, yeah, I'm happy to share it, because I think it's good promotion for the channel, and it's exciting for the person to hear it being read. So yeah, that's definitely the case. I figured you would. Yeah, I figured. So yeah, now as far as scheduling is concerned, we're doing the Caverns of Kalte, book 3 today, and may get done with it. We'll see. Then I'm going to be over at GOG with Pen and Pixels, 4 p.m. I'm actually going to be going right after Outstar, as she finishes her last stream with GOG. Outstar now is leaving GOG. She is going to be just working on her own channel and as an independent game developer and stuff like that. And so that's a little bittersweet. Outstar was the person who actually brought me on board, but she's not vanishing or anything. She's still going to be streaming quite a bit and all that. But anyway, so that'll be nice for us to be able to follow up there. And I will be doing D&D with GOG, and that's going to have a tie-in to ArvCon, because this coming weekend I am not going to be streaming, as you folks know. Friday and Saturday streams are canceled because I'm going to be up with my wife at her 20th college reunion, so I'm going to be doing family stuff there. The week after that, though, is going to be busy. First of all, on Tuesday, a week from today, at this time, we're going to have Masters of the Dungeon going from 12 to 3. Then from 4 to 7, we will have Battletech as per normal. And then in the evening, starting at, I believe it's either 8 or 9 p.m., we will have the Vocalists for a special Tuesday night stream. And they will be back with bells on. The full crew will be here with Bonnie and Zach and Rob and Russ. They will all be here. So that's going to be awesome. That'll be next Tuesday. And then, of course, next weekend, so a week from this Friday, is ArvCon. We've got tons of stuff involved. All of the players are now set. Pretty much everything now is confirmed. We've got the corporate sponsors set, and which is going to be awesome. And as I'm going to announce in just one moment, we're going to have something going on with TariToons as well. And since we've been talking about Terry, give me just a second here. Kalte means called in Norwegian. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that Terry and I think it's German, because in German it means cold. And I think the Caverns of Cold probably is more likely than the Caverns of Cold. I'm guessing, but we'll actually see. But let me actually bring in an actual German to this, and I'm going to unmute her, and then I'm going to bring us over to dun 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 dun. There we go. And you can see that she is hard at work already. And it is Terry is back with us. Hi, Terry. How are you?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm doing good so far. Working in a different art program than last time I've been here, which has been quite a while. So like things will look different from like what they used to look like for those who remember way back in the day.
back when this all began.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm excited to see how it all comes out. How have you been? How's life in the universe and everything?
Well, like a lot of stuff has happened. Basically, a lot of personal stuff. I moved and stuff, and yeah, like been busy with my arm and other health stuff. Oh my god, so much stuff. I'm very good at English today. But yeah, that's what I have been up to more or less.
Cool. I am excited. I'm really happy that we're back doing this again.
Yes,
and
me too. I hope I I can like do this. Currently, my arm is holding up fine. Like that's the whole thing, like so that people like don't get their hopes too
Right.
up.
This
Like
is a test
stream today
Yes,
to see
yes.
if like everything works as it should.
This is a test, and we're going to make sure that we don't push Terry too much. Although the version of Terry not pushing herself still leads to the awesomeness that you're seeing unfold on your screen. But either way, like, I mean, if that's not pushing her, that just shows the quality that we've got here. But anyway, I'm excited to see that. And now if this test goes well, then the thing that I wanted to mention is for ArvCon, she will be joining me for a special Saturday opening stream. So she will be part of our quest to support the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. That will happen on Saturday, starting at about 12, I believe is what we said, Eastern.
Actually,
12 or 1.
I might be able to start an hour, like go for an hour longer, like start an hour earlier.
Ooh, okay, awesome.
Originally mentioned, yeah, just remembered that because I did like look into that time-wise and know that would fit actually with my schedule, so I could be there.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's great news, actually. Okay, well, we'll talk more about that, but you'll get her for a couple of hours if all goes well today. So everyone keep your fingers crossed, and we'll see how this stuff goes, but it's going to be neat.
I can't keep my fingers crossed. I need them to draw.
Yeah, no, you don't. Everybody else does. So, de Kalte, yeah. So Caro, Terry was helping me this, and I feel like I'm not quite getting it. It's Kalte.
Kalte.
I don't. Kalte.
Not I.
Kalte, because it sounds like you're saying I. All right, Kalte.
No, Kalte.
Kalte. All right. So it's the Caverns of Kalte.
Yeah, but it's like grammatically incorrect. So like, yeah, it's probably
so it should be just
them like
Kalte the
here,
Caverns.
Yeah.
It's Yoda. Kalte Caverns of the.
Yeah, kind of.
Is what we should actually do. You can't remember what that translated in the German edition, Carol? Well, Echo was saying that it's actually called in Norwegian as calling somebody this or that. I like the idea that, like, whoever it is, they're all just like, no, it's the Caverns of Cold. No, it's the Caverns of Cold.
Well, I mean, I took like a look at some of the official artwork earlier, and it was like, yeah, this is like an ice area, so I'm assuming it means cold, actually, and it's like just them like being like, hey, can we, like, does anybody know any like foreign words which mean cold? And then they look something up in the dictionary and like get the grammar completely wrong.
They're like, how about this?
Yes, you do.
No one will notice. It's not like anyone knows German. It's not like it's an important language or anything. We'll just...
Yeah, well, I mean, this is kind of an old book, right? When did this come out?
This is, that's a good question. I actually don't know.
Like, roughly. Because, like, the thing with, like,
80s.
Germans being able to speak, like, most Germans being able to speak English, like, that's kind of a new-ish thing.
I don't know, mid-80s? What was that?
Yeah, no, like, back at that time, not many Germans were able to, like, actually speak proper English. And, like, the internet wasn't a thing yet, so, like, everybody was still, like, relying a lot more on translated stuff rather than, like, the originals, you know?
Yeah. 87-ish. Right. That's right, Carol. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how much I can botch the. The funny thing is that I mean, in a lot of ways they did make. I mean, this whole series is very kind of Nordic, but with monasteries and monks, you know, like warrior monks. So it's kind of an Eastern feel, but also flavored with sort of Nordic warrior monk qualities, with a lot of heaping of Beowulf thrown in, and so. Yeah, there's kind of, it's a mishmash. Actually, the worst for that is deities and demigods. Oh my God. If you go to deities and demigods, which is the D&D, also the Cyclopedia as well.
Which edition?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I only read the second edition one.
Probably the second edition is the one I'm thinking of.
That one is fun.
It's tons of fun, but it literally is just like the ultimate everybody crosses over. Like, you think that the crossover for the Marvel DC thing that everyone wants to have happen.
Mythology kitchen thing.
Oh God, yeah. Like, and then Thor said to Set, like, you know what? Like, and Isis hung out with Loki. Like, I don't think that's how this works. But yeah, it was.
But
don't
get me started on talking about D&D mythology right now. Otherwise, we will never get.
We'll never actually get to the actual book, and we should do that.
Because I can talk for hours about D&D mythology.
I know, it's the best. Found the German title Gefahren der Höhlen, Danger in the Caves.
Wait, is it in the chat? Because
yes, it's in chat, because my pronunciation is horrific.
Gefahr in den Höhlen.
Gefahr in den Höhlen.
No, Höhlen.
Höhlen. Gefahr in den
There's no sound in English, so like, don't bother.
Höhlen. Okay, Gefahr in den... just cough, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me move this over here. So all we're missing now is some music. So let's get some music going on here.
Oh yeah, what music do I listen to? Because I can't hear the stream.
All right. Right. So let's see. That's a good question. I'm going to pop up. So folks, for those of you who have not been here before, by the way, stream idea, German classes. Oh God. Listen, I would love to have other language classes. That would, however, utterly overload me completely. Like I can't, oh man. It's scary. I have hard enough time with, trying to hold on to any French.
But like one thing like that would be funny would be just to like get people to like teach people how to pronounce certain names correctly that are like in D&D, for example.
Oh yeah.
That could work.
That's true. Instead of just completely overriding it. Well, Kilobyte was giving me a hard time because he claimed that I pronounced scone incorrectly because he says it's
Yes,
scone.
I heard about
But
that.
here's the thing about that. They were like, they were acting like it was the most obvious thing. And then I went and I looked, this is not settled. This is like 55-45 scone to scone. Like this is not like, everyone agrees that blah, blah, blah. No, this is a thing. And just like, oh man, it's just scary. You could teach me Portuguese? Listen, I mean, my mother was really a linguistics expert and spoke, a linguistics expert by American standards. She spoke 3 languages fluently. I know Europeans speak like 45 languages, but for Americans...
Like at the age of 5 already.
Right, exactly. Whereas Americans barely speaking even their own language correctly. So... But yeah,
it's not even their own language. That's like the funny part.
Oh yeah, well listen, that's just adaptability. They just beat up all the other languages and they took their languages themselves. There have been scone wars. That's right. That's what I'm saying, Caro. Scone wars, exactly. Scone. What does that even mean? Okay. Anyway, so music time. Let's see. Chat, give me a suggestion for music. While you're choosing music for me, I will let you know that the way this works for those of you who are new to this is that we are going through as Lone Wolf, the warrior monk of the Kai Lords. You have saved the people of Sommerland on several occasions, and now you are essentially on a mission of vengeance. You're trying to take out this hunchbacked wizard that did these terrible things to your country, and also stop him before he can rise again with an army and cause all these problems for your country. And so we have gone through the ice caverns, the caverns of Cold, and have traveled to the fortress and have just gotten into the fortress, the bottom floor, when we stopped playing the last time. And so that's what we're looking for. Okami soundtrack. That's not a bad one.
Oh yes, please. I do approve. I love Okami.
All right. Okami HDOST. My God, it's like 5.5 hours. All right.
Julian is
as soon as I get done with this stupid ad. And skip ad. Good. All right. Okami. Okay. That was great. I need music now. Oh, there we go.
So, speaking of the Hunchback Wizard, does he have a name, by the way?
Yes. Yes, and I don't remember it, but I'll find it. I'll find it. Because I know it's there someplace. Let's see. I'm looking right now at the stuff. Vonotar. That's his name. Vonotar. Vonotar.
Vonotar. Okay.
An appropriate sounding bad name. Vonotar.
Needs more X's and R's and O's, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anything that's like V, like Vana, like Voldemort, Vano, villain, vicious, Vader. There's a lot of V's for evil people.
Vader is just Dutch for dead.
I know. That's why. Well, it was funny too when we were watching The Empire Strikes Back, and he says the whole thing about Luke, I am your father. I was watching it. My dad leaned over to me, and my dad was just like, "Oh, actually."
No. He doesn't say, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "No, I am your father."
He says, "No, I am your father." That's right. Yeah. Search your feelings, etc. But he leans over and he says, my father leans over. He's like, "Well, actually, Vader is actually a father for like." So my father was already telling me this in the middle of it because this is what my dad does. My dad did not actually watch movies. He commented on movies. Like he was just constantly talking about what was going on in the movie. I'm like, Dad, immersion, please. But that was not his deal. All right, chat. Let me know how the audio is, and let us get to it. Oh yes.
By the way, can people hear me fine? Because I know my microphone does do things that it's not supposed to do.
So I can hear her. Can you hear me and can you hear Terry? And is the music too loud or is it okay? People of the internets. Audio levels are good. Echo hears you fine. Man,
Okay.
this low latency thing, Terry, is amazing. I have it set up now so that there's literally like 3 seconds now between chat hearing, you know, like as
nice.
opposed to 8 to 10 seconds. It's so good. Oh, I'm sorry about your sick kitty, Genly. Okay, let's do it. All right, so here we go. Let me see if I can get the notes for Book 3. So, in the beginning of Book 3, we set out by ship to the land of Kalte, came ashore in pursuit of Vonatar the traitor. We were attacked by a hungry Baknar, but we used animal kinship to drive the Baknar away. We reached Siam Island, struggled on through the snow, diagnosed initial stages of snow blindness, slept on the ice shelf and lost 3 EP, readied for bed after the trek across the Viad Glacier, then trekked further across the Viad Glacier, were warned about the presence of an unknown creature by sixth sense, fell through the ice into subterranean passages, lost our backpack, but not our weapons or gold crowns or special items. Considered entering the grotto cave, but heard the unmistakable sounds of animals in the cave and were alerted to the presence of Kalkoth by animal kinship. Then we uncovered the mysterious caverns of Kalte, wandered through tunnels, stumbled over 2 ragged men huddled over a fire sphere, drove off the crazed old men and discovered the fire sphere, which, by the way, became super useful. We did a lot of stuff with that fire sphere. Confronted by Javik whilst exploring the tunnels, which a Javik is this approaching beast, and we drove him off with a fire sphere. The Javik was basically like a huge snow serpent. It was kind of awesome, but not when we were facing him on a ledge that was very narrow, but we managed to drive him away. Continued to not wander, as this says, but wander through tunnels. Chose between 2 tunnels, stumbled upon an apparently sleeping Baknar, used hunting to slip past him, reached the foundations of Akaya, searched the scattered remains, and Akaya is the fortress that we were trying to get to. Examined the diamond in the bone box, were chased by a crystal frostworm, reached the stone door and discovered a small triangle recess, and that's where we found the blue tortilla chip thing that we needed that I was joking with you about. Fought a crystal frostworm, discovered a silver key in the remains of the slain crystal frostworm, discovered that the silver key was coated in acid after we picked it up. That hurt. Examined the fortress door, fought a Kalkoth, used the blue tortilla chip to enter the fortress, and that leads us to where we are right now, which is discovering a warmer corridor within the ice cavern. We have a combat skill right now, including all bonuses, of 24 because of all of the stuff that we've got. So we are pretty epic right now. It's really good stuff. So
I just want to point out that, like, the whole, like, animal kinship thing, I'm really glad I made you all choose that.
oh yeah, it's been really useful this adventure too. Yeah, for sure.
I called it.
Yep, no, it was definitely good. And yeah, Caro, that latency thing's really awesome. So, here we go. The corridor in which you now stand is far warmer than the icy cavern outside. For the first time in many days, you can lower the hood of your cloak and remove your mittens without risking frostbite. You notice that the stone passage ascends to a landing where another passage branches off to the east. Malare bowls hang at regular intervals along the arched ceiling, their unnatural light illuminating the carved walls. As you approach the landing, you notice an archway leading into a small room beyond. A strange sight meets your eyes. Ragged furs, pottery shards, and the debris of hundreds of years seems to have been thrown into this chamber. A large lever protrudes from the wall beside the archway. So here we go. First vote of the day, guys. Do we enter the room and investigate the contents? Do we pull the lever? Or do we explore eastwards along the passage? So, what should we do? Enter room and investigate contents? Pull lever? Or explore along the passage? All right. There we go. So, can we pull the lever and investigate? I don't know. You may have to do one first and then the other, but if you want to do so, also hi Chaotix. So you need to do $vote space and then the number you want to do. Entering the room, pulling the lever, or exploring eastwards along the passage. Oh my god, this sounds exactly like the Chocobo scene. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, it sounds exactly like it. That's cool.
Have you ever played Okami?
I'm sorry? No, I've never
Have you
played
ever-
Okami. Nope. I have not.
No? Oh my god. Do you like the Zelda games?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, it's like basically Zelda, but better.
It's better Zelda? Is it got a better story?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, because it's less combat focused and like has like a very good aesthetic going on.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm not a fan of like combat and like action adventure games. That's why I play them so rarely. But yeah, Okami was great. So like, if anybody like ever wanted to play Zelda but like always got hung up on like combat stuff, like play Okami instead.
Is that the one with the one with the wolf?
Yes.
Where he's right. Okay. I think I've seen that played, but I've never played it myself.
It's a very good time. Very much recommended.
All right, I'll have to check that
And
out.
it's getting a Switch port apparently, which is amazing.
Yeah, by the way, can I just say, I don't have a Switch yet, but Switch is doing some serious work in getting a bunch of games that I wouldn't have expected them to get that they've picked up. So
Like?
oh god, now of course they completely all go out of my head. I was just reading an article about this. It's not PUBG. What the flip is the? I'm gonna go look right now. While we're waiting for the vote, because I was like really impressed with some of the ports they were doing. No, not that. It's
But yeah, like basically I started playing Breath of the Wild just the other day because my boyfriend lent his Switch to me. And I was like, hey, like this device would be perfect for Okami. They should port that. And then like he's right, and then we like look it up and he's like, yeah, hey, they're going to port
That's
it.
actually what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking right now to see like the list of Nintendo games because they added a bunch of stuff that was it was not just Darkest Dungeon was Dark Souls they're gonna bring over to it. Darkest Dungeon they're gonna bring over to it. Like neither of those games. Those are the two I was thinking of, but there's
What
a
is
bunch of
Darkest
others.
Dungeon?
Darkest Dungeon, that's the one with the that's the roguelike one where it's like the guy, the narrator voice, the one like the evil lurked deep below
Oh,
the
is that the
caverns.
one with the good like art aesthetic where
Yeah.
like everything is? Yeah, okay, I've seen art of that, but like.
But it
I don't
doesn't
play
seem like a
roguelikes.
Nintendo thing, you know what I mean? Like it's they've obviously broadened out what it means to do that stuff, but so good for them. Like I think it's really cool. TariToons is so much into bruises. How can she not like combat? Her version of going to a concert. It's concert combat for Terry. That's what we're talking about.
I only like real fights. Like play fights are not for me.
That's funny. Okay. Oh, I just realized I didn't put up Arvbot for you folks. There you go. So, any other votes for this? Right now, we've only got 3 votes. We could do better than that, people. Exploring eastward along the passage, pulling the lever, or entering the room and investigating the contents. Last call here. I'm going to put a last call out. This right here is good exploring music. Okami is Japanese for wolf, really? Man,
Yes.
this has been the
And,
language
no, it's
stream.
a pun actually because it both means god and wolf. Actually, that's why the whole theme actually.
Oh, interesting.
And like the whole game is about like Japanese mythology. Well, Shinto mythology. I should specify.
So the wolf is actually a god?
Yes.
Okay. I dig it. Cloud King was voted for number 1. Enter. Well, remember, we have nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month today, so, you know.
What platforms do you have available then?
I have the Retron 5, the Wii U, I have the PlayStation 4, and of course, obviously PC.
Okay. Because this is a game that like relies on like either touchscreen or move. Like I played it on the PlayStation 3 with like a move controller.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
that's-
I'm trying to think, because it must be on
So
PS4,
is there a
right?
Wii U port? Because that should work. Because Wii U has like a touchscreen.
Okay,
So,
yes,
like,
that's
that should
fine.
work.
And I do that. That's what I played Link to the Past. I actually played on Wii U. Yeah, but so anyway, you approve of the Switch? You think it's solid?
So far, like I have been using it for like 4 days or something. So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get myself one as soon as like Pokemon becomes a thing because
It's going to become a
3DS
thing.
is so dead.
Yep, it's going to become a thing. It's like my friend Russ is obsessed with Pokemon Go even to this day.
No, not Pokemon Go, like actual Pokemon.
Actually, not that fake sellout Pokemon.
No. I mean, like it's like a fun thing, I guess. Like I never really played it, but like no, I'm talking about like the main game series.
I got you.
because I have been like a Generation one like starting fan, like right from the get-go.
Yep.
I wouldn't
gotcha.
have become an artist if it wasn't for Pokemon. Just saying.
Oh well, I mean that's pretty important then.
Yes.
For playing Street Fighter, yeah, you know what it is for me, Cloud Kingdom? Breath in the Wild I like to play. I'll tell you right now, for me, the system seller for the Switch is Metroid Prime 4. I'm all about it. I love the Metroid Prime series. So the Metroid Prime 4 thing would be the thing that would probably... I mean, I was thinking about getting it anyway, but the thing is my game backlog was so high that... But I realized how much... I played Uncharted the other day for the first time, and I really enjoyed that a lot, and I was thinking about how I really do enjoy some of those adventure games here and there. And Prime is kind of like that, except it's also mixed in with all the Metroid lore, and oh man, I love it. Like exploring abandoned alien planets and I dig it. It's my thing. Anyway, okay, so we are going to close this poll. We are going to explore eastward along the passage, is the will of chat, so we will do that. You are instantly killed, no. You soon reach the bottom of a flight of broad stone steps that ascends northwards to a landing 30 feet above. The center of each step has been worn smooth by the feet of the countless creatures that once inhabited the lower levels of Kol Dakaya. As you climb, you wonder how long you will remain undetected. So far, you have neither seen nor heard any other living soul in these deserted passages. You have the element of surprise on your side. You now pray that Vonatar is unprepared for an intruder from the depths of his own fortress. You reach the landing and pass through an empty hall towards a darkened archway beyond. Here the passage splits and branches off towards the east and west. You are hungry and must now eat a meal or lose 3 endurance points. Did I steal your sub? What do you mean? I do not see any notification about... Did you resub or something? I have not seen a notification for that. Oh, and you know what sucks about this, by the way? We're hungry enough to eat a meal that was 3 endurance points. So normally we wouldn't have to do that because of hunting, but because this is all taking place in an ice land, they said at the beginning, like, hunting doesn't work. I'm like, oh, god damn it. Like, okay, whatever. And we don't have any, we don't have food with us because we dropped it all when we fell into the cavern. So we lose 3 endurance points, unfortunately.
Don't we have like a traveling companion who can like cut the arm off or something?
Yeah, that we can, just in case, we could just Donner Party it and just take him down, so to speak. Your subscriptions usually just resub. No, but if you're using Twitch Prime, you have to manually do that. If you're using a regular one, then it resubs. I see that you just did that in here, but I don't know why that didn't pop up. I'm not sure why that didn't pop up on here. But I see that you did it. I see the star notification in there as well. Thank you, Cloud Kingdom, for the resub. Thank you, man. Much, much love. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Can we get some Arvin hypes? I don't know why the notification did not pop up, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, so now we are at a T-junction. Go down.
Is a T-junction like a crossroad or something?
Yes. Not a T. It's actually, yeah. Well, it is a T-junction, I think. It's east and west. So.
Ah, okay.
So east or west. What should we do? Also, hi, Anidel. Man. That is super cool, Terry.
Thank you.
Are you digging this new art program?
Yes, I am. It's like very overwhelming because there are like a billion functions and everything is in different places and we're used to it. But like, I'm slowly getting used to it, basically.
And it's going to be one of those things that'll give you like even more that you can do, right? Like,
yes,
okay.
Because like previously, I've been using Paint Tool Cell. Paint Tool Cell is like great for just like drawing itself, but it has like just a handful of tiny functions. So like I can't do straight lines really. I don't have like a grid or anything to work on. I can't do text and anything, so I always had to do that stuff in GIMP, which was really annoying. And now I have like a program that for like does everything.
Nice. It looks good.
Thank you. Like it was like specifically developed for manga artists, I think. Like it used to be called Manga Studio.
Right, I think you told me that, which
Yeah.
is and that's interesting that that allows. I mean, obviously you're able to use it for anything within the drawing sphere. Which application does she use now? What's the name of it, Terry?
Clip Studio Paint.
Clip Studio Paint. I like
And
how
like
all
a
these.
lot of like my colleagues and artist friends have been like recommending me this program, and like the thing is it's kind of expensive-ish, but it's like regularly on sale where you can get it really cheap apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just like waited for it to go on sale and then struck.
And then attacked it. I like the idea that all these things have combo sounds like clip paint stream, paint pro artist. Like they just combine a bunch of things together and they all kind of blur together in your mind. Like Photoshop Adobe, Shop Adobe Photo. You know, all of it kind of combines
Adobe
at some
Photoshop.
point.
That's a name.
Yeah, that or Adobe Essentials. Okay, last call. Looks like a lot of people want to go west and not east.
Q to the west from the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Exactly. To the yep. That one is a lot better, I think, than the one that ends. I think it was the one that ends Two Towers. That is the song basically about. I don't remember who did it, but it's the ba 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 da 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 da. It sounds kind of cool, but her voice is weird.
Lament for Gollum or something.
Yes. And you will find. It's strange. It's like if Bjork did a lullaby. It's kind
Yeah,
of.
but like it fits like the theme. You
Oh,
know?
it does.
Like,
It does.
like,
But
not
it's just
like
one of
a
those.
pleasant sounding song, but it's like a very thematically
Yes.
on point song.
That's true, but it just doesn't have that same like that oomph that you get from some of the other ones. But yes. Aha! There's Cloud Kingdom with the resub announcement. There it is. Thank you, Cloud. I love that. Thanks, man, very much. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. 8 months in a row. Yeah, actually, next month, guys. Next month is going to be a year since affiliation. So that's bizarre, but it's really cool at the same time.
Has it been working out for you so far? Like,
Yes.
I don't know how affiliation works.
I do think it's been working out. It would be obviously partnership is still better because you get the partner help, and that's something that I would like. And I'd like to have
different?
access to more emotes that don't rely on better TTV or whatever. I'd like to be able to have more emotes that people can use Twitch wide that aren't just limited to the 3 that I get. So I'd like them to have that happen eventually. But no, I mean in general, yeah, I think it's been a useful thing to add into the mix for sure. He found the share button. Okay. Right. Okay. So we are taking as I totally forgot what they said. West, yes. West Passage. You have been walking along the passage for less than 5 minutes when it veers sharply northwards. Just ahead to your left you can see a large stone door. The lever is up and the door is closed. So, do you wish to pull the lever and open the door, or do you wish to continue northwards? I also like that because we have healing, we get a point of endurance every entry that we're not in combat. So we're hungry and lost 3 points, but then our body's like, mutant healing factor. Like, we're hungry, but we're still going to get healing back.
Oh, I should probably save this before it crashes.
Oh, yeah. All right, so pull the lever and open the door or continue northwards. Haven't they heard of door handles? Don't you realize that every evil villain's palace has to have levers, Caro? Always levers. And in fact, there's a very famous lever in a very famous game book, which is actually not a lever, but is wax covering over a sword blade. It's really nasty. You try to pull the lever and you basically cut your hand badly, because that's how they do things. That is hardcore bad villain stuff. I like how even doing that, everyone in chat's like, yep, pull the lever. Sounds good. All right, we're going to last call it.
Pull the lever, Krog.
Yeah, Caro, it's
Wrong lever.
nasty. There is a clue you can get earlier on that tells you about that, but yeah. Okay. There we go. Obviously pull the lever. Oh, exactly, Elmo. All right. So, pull the lever and open the door. The stone portal creaks open but grinds to an abrupt halt halfway across. The gap is a little over 2 feet wide, and you were only just able to squeeze through to the chamber beyond. The air in the room is cold and stale. This chamber has obviously lain undisturbed for many thousands of years. Stone shelves are stacked high with bottles and flasks. On a table in the center lies a beautiful pack full of different colored potions. Do you wish to examine these ancient potions or leave and continue northward? Alright, so what should we do? Examine ancient potions or leave and continue north. Drink them all is not an option. We're feeling adventurous. Yeah. I can see that. Oh, yes, sorry. I can show the votes. Beg your pardon. There we go. Right now we are at 7 and climbing. Everyone's like, hell yeah, you examine the ancient potions. I noticed that this is the same group that also definitely wanted to pull the lever. Pull the lever, taste the potions, do it all. Okay, we're gonna last call this. Echo continues to be the one. He's like, nope, this is a bad idea. You shouldn't have pulled the lever. You shouldn't be drinking. Look at these potions. This is a bad idea. The next one's going to be like, do you wish to drink 5 potions? Echo will be like, nope, leave. Everyone else will be like, hell yeah, drink the potions.
Woo, free booze.
Free booze. Okay. So, let us examine these potions. The pack contains 4 ornate glass vials. They hold red, orange, green, and black liquids. And the pack may be used as a backpack. Hell yes. Yes, we got a backpack. Okay, we needed that. Now, 4 ornate glass vials. Red, orange, green, and black liquids. Which ones do you wish to examine? So, do you wish to examine... red, orange, green, or black? Or leave and go north. We can examine all. We're bad at multitasking. What's up, Miranda? Lone Wolf is great, man. I've really been enjoying it, largely because this program, Seventh Sense, that we use is really, really good. So that makes it a lot easier as well. I mean, I love fighting fantasy, and that's probably going to be always my principal jam. But Lone Wolf is making a serious push. It's really good, actually. It works really well on stream. All right, so let's see. So I like how nobody's voting for black. They're like, nope. I've seen how this goes. We have a big debate between red, orange, and green, but black, no. Red, what could possibly go wrong?
Why is this wizard dude dressed like a white mage?
Because I think it's probably like that's actually barbarian outfit type of thing, the outfits of that race of barbarians, and he probably wants to pretend that he's like, purity angel type of thing, right? That's my guess. I don't know though. It's been a long time since I played this book. All right, so we've got a tie between red and orange, and we need somebody to break this tie, people. We did get a vote for black. Clearly Wesley Snipes was not here. Always bet on black. And then Echo, as predicted, was like, leave and go north. It's like, no, don't do any of this. Ah, so Chaotix has changed his vote to green. That's not helping. Streep has voted for red. Okay, I think I already had your vote for red, if I'm not mistaken. Don't go red. It's clearly a boring health potion. Red, orange, green.
Or wine, which sounds fun.
That could be red wine. Red wine. All right, so we're tied up. That didn't help at all. We're tied up at red, orange, and green. We need someone to break this tie. And if you want to change your vote, by the way, Elvil, what you can do is just do $ change vote space and then the number you want to change your vote to. So you can do that if you wish. If you guys want to change your votes, you can always do $ change vote space. There you go. Perfect. All right, and green it is. All right, let's see what we got. You managed to remove most of the hardened wax that covers the stopper and ease the reluctant seal from the fragile glass stem. If you have the Kai discipline of animal kinship, or if you have reached the Kai rack of aspirant or above, and we do have animal kinship. Again, animal kinship, Terry. You recognize the aroma of concentrated gallowbrush, or sleep tooth, as it is commonly called in Sommerland. This is the thorny briar your Kai masters once used to induce sleep when tending to ill or injured horses. This distilled brew made from the plant is a very powerful sleeping potion. If you wish to keep it, and I think we do, we'll mark it on the action chart as a backpack item. Now we return. All right. Good stuff. So, now what do we do? Red, orange, black, or leave? So, which... Orange, black. Leave and go north. Here we go. Can I at least spoil what black is? Nope, 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 nope. What am I? Am I like your precog? No. I watched a Mission Impossible episode the other day where the team had to convince some guy that he had this illness that gave him precognition so that he could basically predict the future like 5 minutes ahead of time, so that when this dude came to get this money back from him, this guy that he was originally working with, he would have already seen in this future that the guy was going to shoot him, and so he would shoot him first. And of course they made up the whole business, but like... So, like, with a straight face, the guy that's playing the doctor is like, oh, yes, many of my patients have this disease that gives them the ability to predict the future, but the symptoms are temporary. And I'm like, what? Like, and the guy's like, oh, okay, sounds good. Like, someone bought this? Oh, you guys are voting
It's like literally a Nicolas Cage movie.
I know, right? It seems like it should be. Are we
No,
literally
there is a
voting?
movie that is like about like him, like where he plays some guy who has like foresight or something. What was the name was though?
Are you talking Weatherman?
I don't know. And even if like I would only know the German name.
It's Weatherman with a
Tend to
crossbow.
change. No, I think he plays like a stage magician or something who has actual magical powers or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. Don't lump me in with these other voters, Arv. Yeah. I hear that. All right, look at this. Some people are going to vote for black. In before it turns you into Vonathar. You can always trust a guy in a white lab coat. That's true. That's true. All right, here we go. We're going to examine black. The stopper is sealed with wax. If you wish to break the seal, you must risk smashing the thin glass of the vial. Do you wish to and it even has a picture of it. Do you wish to attempt to break the seal? Or are you suspicious and do not want to wish breaking the vial? What should we do? Break the seal or nah? Cloud Kingdom's like, hell no! Is Lone Wolf suicidal by this point? Right? Exactly, that's my question.
No risk, no gain, how they say.
That's right. In for a penny, in for a pound. I like that. I like the people that are on the no side are very much like, what in the name of what are you doing? Like to the people that are like, are you? Oh man. Break seal with 6. To now with 3. I don't know. Will sanity lose? Cloud is just like, I can't even. Sanity will lose. We're going to meet Kai sooner than expected. He's probably going to be like, I can't believe you did that, Lone Wolf. Get the hell out of here. Like, what's sanity? Well, I mean... Oh, God. What did you just say? That's Dutch, TX. What did you say? Terry, translate for me. Somebody who knows Dutch, translate for me.
I can read a little bit Dutch. Like a tiny bit.
Look, mod komt
Wait,
woord
where is it? Who said that?
TX did. TX Anderson.
Oh, TX. Yeah, no, I do know that one. No idea how to translate it to English, so... yeah, what Chaotic said.
What? That doesn't help me. Don't translate it to German. What is
It's
it?
like... It's an idiom. It means, oh God, how do you...
Like we're all gonna die? Is that what it means? Pride goes before a fall. Ah.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Well, we're about to see how our pride works. Yeah, what's German? All right, here we go. The glass is very delicate, and it takes all your concentration and skill to avoid smashing the stem. Pick a number from the random number table. If you have the Kai discipline of either mind over matter or mind blast, add 3 to the number that you picked. I actually do not remember whether we do have... We do! We have mind blast, so we can add 3 to the number. All right, here we go. Here we go, chat. We got a 6, okay? You managed to crack the seal in exactly the right place and thereby avoid smashing the thin glass stem. The vapor rising from the black liquid is sharp and pungent. If you have ever visited, the graveyard of the ancients, we have. You recognize the pungent smell of distilled graveweed. This black concentration is a very powerful, get ready for it, poison. And you quickly replace the stopper to prevent the noxious fumes from escaping. Like, we couldn't predict that. If you wish to keep this potion, and we do, mark it on your action chart. All right. We survived the deadly poison. I know, yeah. Who could have predicted? All right, now we got red and orange. Examine red. Examine orange. Or leave and go north. Y'all got lucky. It was like, and thank goodness we had the mind blast thing. Although I like the idea that mind blast somehow is better and not we just blast the hell out of the vial. Like, have fun playing. People keep making insane decisions. All right, see ya, Elvel. What? Terry and I are not trying to rig things. Mirinda, we play this straight ahead. We are referees.
I can't rig this. I can't multitask.
Yeah, she can't. Yeah, I mean, I'm a referee, man. I'm straight and narrow. Oh, I had to show you the picture of the picking the random number before. There you go. So right now we've got 4 in favor of orange and 2 in favor of red. So actually, yeah, they said add 3 to that number because we did have Mind Blast. So I think we must have picked the number of 3, which means we would have been screwed if we hadn't had the Mind Blast thing. Orange is such a lovely color, says Cloud. Windows like, we need to bail out. All right, we're going to last call this. Yeah, sadly, no rainbow potions. Although in Baldur's Gate, rainbow potions could often be problematic.
Oh, yes.
So. Alright. Here we go. Orange is the winner. Let's see what happens. The stopper in this vial is jammed, and you have to take great care not to break the slender glass neck. It gradually loosens and you sniff the orange liquid. If you have the guide discipline of either 6th Sense or Weapon Skill, and we do, you recognize the potion to be Distilled Alether, a potion of strength. Your Kai Masters used Alether to increase their combat skill in battle, and there is enough concentrated Alether in this vial to increase your combat skill by 4 for the duration of one combat. Boss fight potion! We're Geralt of Rivia here, boys. For it to be effective, you must swallow it immediately before your fight. Or before you fight. If you wish to keep this vial, oh yeah, mark it on your action chart. Overpowered consumable. If you wish to keep this, blah, 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 now return to 10. Okay, so now we've got, what should we do? What should we do? Examine red. Even go north. All right, 2 options now. Well, we do Mirinda because, see, that's the thing. This is book 3. So if you played the first 2 books, you get an advantage as a consequence. It's really clever, actually, and that's the big strength I think that this does have. The big advantage over Fighting Fantasy is Fighting Fantasy has a lot more variety because each book is in a different place for the most part. Not always, but oftentimes. But this, you basically have a character that you're running through a campaign, and so you're able to, it's essentially as a way to incentivize you to play earlier books in the series. Reminder that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, yes. Baldur's Gate tonight while watching GOG D&D, then more G&G D&D after, yeah. And by the way, remember, folks, that GOG D&D tonight, that is also going to be a second session during ARFCon. So actually on Friday, a week from Friday, we will have the second of the GOG sessions this month. So you get 2 sessions this month instead of 1. Yep. And Joe Deaver, who sadly passed away last year, I believe, was very good about making his books available in a variety of different places. So, all right, we're going to last call this. Looks like people want to examine red. You didn't vote for the second option this time? Well, I assume at some point you just gave up, Echo. You're like, all right, whatever. You people are insane, so I'm just going to go with it. All right, examine the red.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the first one done, I think.
Awesome. Look at that.
Thank you.
Wow, that is no joke. Look at that, folks.
Yeah, I'm not like super familiar with everything in this program yet, so this is like unusually jagged even for my stuff. But, yeah.
But that's pretty cool, though. Nice.
Thank you.
I dig it. There you go. That is our friend Vonathar. That is and by friend I mean the guy that we're trying to kill. Because he's a traitorous bastard. That's awesome. Are you able to do, by the way, color within this program?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I was just curious because it was interesting.
Yeah,
to look
no, it's just like color takes like extra time.
Oh no,
to
of course.
go,
No, I didn't mean now. I was just curious if it did. As I was
I
looking
can
at
do
that.
color.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, I love it. I'm going to switch over to the cover image while you're thinking about another one to do.
No, I already know what I'm drawing.
Oh, you already know? Oh, well, then never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it exactly where it is. So you see the blank canvas. Okay. Wiping the grime from the stopper, you unscrew it and carefully sniff the red liquid. If you have the Kai discipline of healing, hell yeah, we do. You recognize the liquid to be distilled lompspur, an herb of great healing properties. This concentrated potion is powerful enough to restore 5 endurance points. Wow, we hit the freaking... We got a sleeping potion, we got some deadly poison, we got some strength potion right here, and we got a healing potion. Good stuff, folks. Okay, we are saving this, like, straight up. That was... we don't want to go through that again. That was awesome. Yeah, Yawn Spur. Yep, agree, Lucathea, yep. Okay. All right. And we got a backpack, too, so everything's coming up Millhouse. All right, you may leave this chamber, and let's do it. You notice that the ceiling and walls of the corridor are covered with strange carvings. They seem to depict small cyclones or tornadoes gradually changing shape into almost human form. Although puzzled by the strange hieroglyphs, you continue until you reach a point where the tunnel takes a sharp right turn. Only a few feet along the northern wall is another stone door. The lever in the wall next to it is raised, and the door is firmly closed. Several yards further ahead, a flight of steps disappears upwards. Do you wish to investigate the door, or continue up the stairs? Continue up the stairs. And bapow. I'm done with doors. But Cloud, if anything, you should feel like you succeeded. Nobody died. You got a bunch of awesome stuff. So despite your concerns, and mostly just because we happen to have a character that's learned a whole bunch of stuff during his travels, it all worked out. Now, if this were an Ian Livingstone book, the next 2 doors would have like deadfalls right next to the doors, and that would be the end of it. We succeeded. That's why we should not do it again, because we'll be smitten the second time. Well, yeah. That's true. That is very much a concern.
Okay, so I have a few questions about our hero, if I may.
Hit me.
So you did tell me in advance that he did age since the first book.
Yes.
What age is he now?
I would say he was very young to begin with, so my guess is he's still, like, probably not even 20. Like, I think he was 17,
okay.
like, when the first thing happened, so he's probably, like, 19. Maybe he's just 20.
Okay. Did we get, like, some armor or anything since then? Like, you did tell me about the nacho necklace.
Yeah, the nacho necklace. Yes, let's see.
Because, like, the only reference picture I have of him is, like, from the cover of the very first book, and, like, it's like, I'm assuming he's starting here, more or less.
Right. So we still got the crystal star pendant that the wizard that you drew gave us. We got the not the most recent wizard, but the first wizard, the guy that we saved.
I do remember him.
We got the shield. We got the summer sword. That's the big thing that was different. The legendary sword of the sun. That thing's pretty epic. We got a padded leather waistcoat. So we do have a padded leather like armor. He's still got his cloak, obviously. And then I'd say the other thing that we used quite a bit was this this fire sphere, which is basically a ball with a magical flame within it. And we use that quite a bit as well, at least in this book. So the big things for him are the leather waistcoat, the summer sword, and the fire sphere. And the blue nacho chip. It's just me being amused by that.
But he's like still mostly like martial arts and stuff, right?
Yes, yeah, he's still, Kai lording it up. Although, frankly, anytime I can use the summer sword, we do, because it's just ridiculous. Cyclones are pretty cool, just don't get too close. Oh, yeah, Lucathea? Okay, alright, I think I did last call. So we're going to close the poll, investigate the door. Alright. You depress the lever and the stone door slides aside to reveal a large chamber. It is cold, stale, and empty except for a granite chest lying near the east wall. Do you wish to make a closer examination of the chest, or ignore the chamber and continue up the stairs? Examine granite chest, or... and continue up the stairs. Yes, that's why I immediately said granite chest, because I had a feeling that was going to be the next thing. Oh, I want to examine the chest. You. Yes. Oh, man. It's amazing how many things just didn't have the same impact on people when first written, that since that time, they've just become memes. There's West Side Story is bad for this. It's my favorite musical, and the film version I use I teach it in my Revenge Tragedy class. But there's this one section where Maria is saying all this stuff that just in 2018 it's just one innuendo after the other, and I'm just like praying that my class is not just going to burst into laughter. Like there's one line in particular that I'm always like, oh, like I always almost want to like cough over the line so that they can't really hear it, because otherwise it's just gonna be like, endless hilarity. Obviously trapped. The first door was to give a feeling of safety. Now, boom, yeah. Could very well be. Nonetheless, everyone's like, yes, we should examine the granite chest. All right, last call. All right, and... okay, so examining the granite chest has won. The faces of grotesque and distorted creatures adorn the surfaces of the chest. Their obscene expressions and unnatural proportions make you shudder with revulsion. That's what you see. Set into the center of the lid is a large stone block carved with a hideous face, the mouth of which is shaped around a keyhole. We do possess a silver key. You insert the key and turn it clockwise. A click confirms that it works. Slowly, the shank of the key slips from your grip and disappears into the lock, and the great stone lid opens to reveal a magnificent silver helmet. All right, let's check out the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense. We do have it. You sense that this helmet has magical properties that can aid you in combat. You detect no evil surrounding the item or the stone chest in which it lies. All right, people. So do we put on the helmet? We use Sixth Sense. Put on helmet. Generous dungeon. We skilled out. Yo, this helmet. Let me wear it. Echo. I remember my daughter was playing with me Advanced Fighting Fantasy and the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, and there's a section there where if you put on this helmet, it's a cursed helmet, and she was so betrayed when that happened. She's like, I can't believe that treasure would hurt you. Like, she was so sad. She's like, that's not what treasure is supposed to only help you. Treasure is not a bad thing. I was just like, oh. She's like, Daddy, I thought treasure was good. I was like, I'm destroying my child's RPG knowledge. Hope this doesn't turn us into a black ooze or something. Somebody's got to be the safety person. Alright. Last call. Looks pretty definitive, though. The Helmet of Deafening. Ooh, yes! Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for reminding me about this, Kokole. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I want to mention this, people. Just today, I found out about this. Adventures of Middle-earth. First of all, our friends Adventures of Middle-earth have just been nominated for 3, count them, 3 Origins Awards. I'm going to be at Origins next month, and they've been nominated for 3, for Player's Guide, for Lore Master's Guide, and for the Rovanian Region Guide, which I can confirm is awesome, and I've actually used that in the campaign that Terry plays with me. But just announced today is the Eriador campaign. It's basically like Wilderland Adventures, but it takes place in all the ruins of Eriador. Now, my plan originally was to bring this party into Mirkwood, but now I'm like, ooh.
Boy, spoilers! I don't want to hear it.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's me deciding what I want to do next. But anyway, I'm definitely going to do it. So if you're interested and you're like, oh wow, I want to get this too, you can get this with the 10% code, which is exclusive for our viewers. It comes for our channel. Cubicle 7, which sponsors our Adventures of Middle-earth campaign, has given us a discount code. So if you use the code Twitch2018, Twitch 2018 at checkout, you will get 10% off the normal cost of this item. So you should go pre-order it. The way it works is that when you pre-order from them, you get the PDF, which releases in like 5 days. They always announce these things, and then it's like it's coming in a week or whatever. And then the print version will be coming in about a month or month and a half. So you can sign up for both. You get the PDF immediately, and then they'll ship you the print version. So it's pretty cool. Okay, we are putting on the helmet. So yes, Twitch 2018 is.
Where are they shipping from? Sorry.
Well, it's from the UK, but they have US warehouses too. I don't know what happens with the European market though, but I'm positive that they ship into Germany. I'm positive because
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not like worried that they don't, but like that it's like super expensive.
Right, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Going into Germany.
Like, I've been ordering my books from a German store actually. So
I see. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess you'd balance off the 10% code from them direct, but they're shipping, or
yeah, shipping from the UK is not very expensive.
Okay.
Here, generally speaking.
With a space. Oh, it won't work without a space. Is that true? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're quite right. My bad. You're quite right. There we go. That's what we're talking about. All right, we're going to take the helmet and put it on. Despite its size, the helmet feels light and comfortable. Mark it on your action chart as a special item. If worn during combat, it will increase your combat skill by 2 points. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Wow. 2 points. The lid of the chest slowly closes and you leave the chamber elated by your magnificent discovery. You continue along the corridor and explore the staircase ahead. So we now, guys, have an effective combat skill of 26 when using the Sommerswear. That is That is nuts. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for letting me know about that. It is Twitch space 2018. Thank you. Oh, man, that is so awesome. All right, good job, guys. We got a silver helmet. All right. We're actually, we're going to save because we just got a silver helmet. So
Does that mean that ghosts can't hit us?
I hope so. It means that we can, like, ram it into werewolves and kill them because silver. We have a helmet for your next drawing, Genli says. Actually, that's true. You now have the helmet you can just throw on there.
Nope, that was after the
Yep,
scene.
too late.
Too late.
Okay. You climb over 100 stone steps before arriving at a narrow landing. Pick a number from the random number table. If you have the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, and we do. Tracking, we don't. Or hunting, we do. Add 3 to the number. High number, high number, high number, high number, high number. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. To your right, you notice that a stone door is cunningly concealed by an intricate wall carving. A close examination of the carving reveals a lever. Ah, so should we pull the secret lever or continue climbing the stairs?
You even need to vote for that. People,
I mean, yeah, like, really,
you know
I mean-
the audience, so.
I mean, yeah, if you don't, there's something seriously wrong with you, but I mean... This is the land of levers. Yeah, that's pretty sick, Lucafia. Yeah, I saw that, Echo. I saw that. Memories and 8-Bit put up a new highlight reel, and I let it off. I'm also in the middle of there with some other Outstar thing. Yeah, everyone immediately, 7-0, pull secret lever. Yep, yep. Not surprising. Exactly what I predicted, except for Echo, who at this point... This is your new name is Meme Alpha. That's your new name. He's all about the memes. It could be also that they're really, really setting us up because we're like, yes, we'll go investigate that, and then finally it's going to be a bomb that just, a trap. Yeah. No, it's true. I do understand the concern. All right, I'm going to close this down. All right, pull the lever. The stone door moves slowly to one side. It reveals a narrow archway, look at that is full of billowing and swirling mist, hiding whatever it is that lurks beyond. You notice a severe drop in temperature. If you have the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, and if you have reached the Kai rank of Guardian, and you'll notice that we have, you can sense the presence of a powerful life force beyond the misty arch. As you concentrate, you suddenly recall a tale told to you when you were a small child, the legend of the Vagadin Gate. I want to point out again, Vagadin, V. I'm just saying. Well, I guess there's also Valentine, but most of the time V means, and also victory, but most of the time V is a problem, okay? This was a tale of ice demons and how they once fought a war to be able to leave their world and come to Kalte. They were formless creatures without shape and substance and existed as pure energy in another dimension, beyond the confines of space and time. The ice demons discovered the Vagadin Gate, a sort of door between their world and Magnamund. They fought each other to enter this gate, unaware of the fate that awaited them. Thank you, Wendy, for the host. The ancients had also discovered the gate. As the ice demons passed through the Vagadin, their spirits were imprisoned in crystals by the cunning ancients, who harnessed the power of the ice demons to build a Kaya. The Malari bowls that light the fortress each contain the spirits of lesser ice demons trapped within. You also remember that the tale warns against destroying the crystal prisons. If an ice demon is released, it will seek to claim the body of its rescuer. Forewarned by your Kai skill, you enter the Misty Arch. So, do not destroy the crystal prisons, folks. You enter a massive chamber, ill-lit and icy cold, a hidden temple of the ancients. The floor is made from slabs of quartz and granite and is littered with rock and ice. Your eye follows a line of tall pillars leading towards a sacrificial altar set into an alcove in the northern wall. How do they know it's sacrificial? Upon this altar lies a strange statue which seems to be carved from smooth white stone. At its head and feet, black staves rest upright in holes bored into the altar stone. To the left of the altar there is a darkened archway through which a flight of stairs ascends out of view. So, do you wish to cross the temple and advance towards the staircase? Do you wish to cross the temple floor by stepping only on the quartz flagstones, or do you wish to cross the temple by stepping only on the granite flagstones? good music for this. All right. Can we call a lore master? I know, do we have lore about a temple floor? That's a good question, and I'm going to check that. I'm going to put up the vote, and then I'm going to look and see if we have anything here. The last note I have is that Terry likes YOLO when her cartoonist friend from Oklahoma tells her to. So I don't think we have any notes.
What?
That's the last note I have.
Likes YOLO? What?
I don't know. That's the only note I have. There must have been some reference to some friend of yours that, I don't know.
Oklahoma? Who do I know from Oklahoma?
I don't know. A cartoonist.
I don't even know where Oklahoma is. Goddamn.
I don't know. I cannot say. Baindon should have left us a magic phone. You're getting Vaporum flashbacks. Oh, yeah, Echo. Man, that game was so good. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specific on, let's see, lost items, certificates. All right. Tough call. Right now, this is a tough call for chat, and I don't know what to advise here at all. I don't know. It feels likely that crossing the temple and advancing all the way is probably, well, I don't know actually. I'm trying to think about. Let me see, wisdom. No. Oh man, I wonder if the previous thing. Identify the presence of an ice demon. Well, we definitely do not want to destroy the crystal prison. We know that for sure, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't say step on the crystal. I mean, okay, we're going to last call this. I love it. Lone Wolf investigating the potions.
Though, can I just say that if, like,
That's funny.
Lone Wolf is like a martial arts guy, like, his clothing is absolutely impractical. Like, oh my god.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
Well, I mean, maybe he uses his, you know, his cloak as like part of his, you know, he spins around to like conceal his, I don't know. No.
No. But just like especially the fact that he doesn't have sleeves. Like, I mean, you can do that, but like, I mean, there's a reason why like most like martial arts suits come with sleeves.
It's true. Well, maybe he whips his cloak off like he does the Bruce Lee thing. He drops to the ground and then he like fights normally, you know. Really, Lone Wolf should have called the Home Guard University Archaeology Department instead of smashing them all. That's funny. All right, here we go. We are going to cross the temple floor by stepping only on the quartz flagstones. All right, let's see what happens. As you step onto the quartz, you sense a vibration that runs up your leg to your knee. You see that within the flagstone, a dull light pulsates and a humming sound can be heard emanating from the altar. With your heart pounding, you prepare yourself for an attack and slowly advance. You have taken less than a dozen steps when a brilliant crackle of blue energy arcs between the two staves. You see the white statue beginning to move as if activated by the surge of power. Do we attack the creature before it rises from the altar? Do we remain perfectly still and prepare for combat? Or do we run for the darkened archway beyond? rises. Violence solves nothing. All right, what's it gonna be, folks? Why can't we shake his hand? We could be like, yeah. What if we just like play it cool? We're just like, yo, what's up? You know? And then we just kind of casually like, we just put on our headphones. We casually just start rocking out. He's like, he rises. He's like, oh, those Sennheisers. I appreciate a good set of cans. I've been looking for something to replace these. They're Sony brand, but I can't handle earbuds. You just get into a big conversation about audio equipment. Yeah, yeah. I find the bass to be particularly clear in this one. Tremendous equalizing skills. Alright, so this is going really well. 4 people think we should attack. 4 people think we should prepare for combat and stay still. 3 people think we should nope the heck out. So we're gonna need someone to break this tie, people.
Quick question: Where
Sure.
did we find the potions?
In the, like a couple of rooms ago, it was just in a side, like, a side room that we had to like pull a lever to go into
No,
the
I
room.
mean like building-wise.
Oh, it's in Akaya, which is the fortress where the barbarian people live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we got 5 votes each. We got attack creature before it rises, and 5 people want to remain still, prepare for combat. I'm gonna last call this, but we need to break this tie. Streep says attack this creature before it rises. But with intent says no, let's remain still and prepare for combat. Still tied. Dragon Spear falsely changes his vote. Make him come to us. Oh, man. I like the idea that you're like, what is the tie between attack and remain still? Like, you just sort of throw yourself to your death because you can't decide? Like, all right, we need someone to change their vote, or we need a new person to jump in. 6 people want to attack, 6 people want to remain still, 2 people want to get out. Remain still and die. Just accept death. Attack now and live. That sounds like a dramatic moment in a movie. You need that Eid in there with intent. Chang vote. Let's see how it is. Ah, there we go. All right. Here we go. Attacking the creature. Your blow splinters the smooth white surface of the statue. Oh, God. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. A freezing blast of wind hisses from the crack, and within seconds, a film of glistening ice covers every inch of the chamber. Unless you have applied Bacnar oil to your skin, you lose 2 endurance points due to the sudden drop in temperature. To your mounting horror, you see that the wind is taking the shape of a small cyclone. It is drawing all the loose ice and rock from the chamber towards its core. You have released an ice demon and it is intent on your destruction. No! We did the thing, god damn it. Now, the good news is, do we possess the Summer Sword? Yes. The raging wind tears at your clothes and bombards you with sharp flumes of ice and rock. As you raise the Summer Sword, an intense howling fills your ears. It is a cry of horror and desperation. You strike at the core of this demon, slicing through the cyclone and into the fabric of its being with your epically overpowered sword. In an instant, the wind and the ghastly wailing cease. All that remains are the shattered pieces of a hollow statue scattered on the floor. God damn, this sword is good. All right, now we can search the altar and alcove of this temple, or we can leave. Wow. So basically we just stumble into traps now because we're like Sommersword. Also Sommersword. It's like, I've got you now. I'm like, really? Because Sommersword. It's like, no! Whoops. The Marty Stew sword. Now to the loot. It is pretty much God mode. Right now we're playing in Pillars of Eternity story mode, very obviously. Once you get the sword, really nothing can stop you. Loots. Yeah, I had a feeling everyone was going to be like, let's search that altar. After you're done with this drawing, if there's time for another one, and there may not be, but if there is, Terry, I have an idea for one for you to do. Which is him versus that tornado.
Okay.
I like the idea of him cutting a tornado in half for some reason with the sword. This amuses me.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, I'm just curious. This plot twist: the sword is sentient and the real final boss. This sword is okay. This sword is more badass than Stormbringer. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Stormbringer?
Anyone know the Stormbringer reference?
It sounds like it should ring a bell, but it doesn't.
I shall wait to see if chat knows what the Stormbringer reference is too. Echo does not know. It's from, it is a reference to a fantasy series which actually doesn't get brought up as much as it should, probably. Yep, Caro got it. Michael Moorcock's Elric series.
Oh,
that's
yes,
his sword.
Yes.
That's an amazing series, by the way. That actually was sort of grimdark before there was grimdark. It's well done. It's not happy. It's not a very happy work, but it's very well done.
I did, like, quote-unquote, read the first one. Well, I listened to the audiobook.
Yep.
Anyway.
No, that counts. Yeah, I've read all 7. And a lot of them, the interesting thing was that a lot of them were thinner. In fact, it reminded me a little bit of, like, sort of Witcher stuff, except that, you know, and there's actually some similarities because Elric is an albino and uses drugs to sort of, you know, I mean, there's some similarities there. Cassium did a decent RPG of it. Did they really? Yeah, I don't know a lot about that. I actually don't know about that.
The first time I heard about, like, that series was, like, and I'm sorry that I have to bring that up again through, like, a bunch of, like, Guardian songs. Because I did a bunch of songs about, like, the Elric novels.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, one of my favorite songs, for example, Tanalorn Into the Void is the name.
Okay.
Yeah. And then... then a friend of mine told me that apparently Planescape is very much inspired by, like, stuff from, like, that world-building stuff.
I can see
that.
Then
I, like, heard about, like, Taylor was like, yeah, okay, I can see now where they came up with the idea of Sigil, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's interesting. And then, like, and it has some really good supporting characters, too. Moonglum, who is, like, basically his right-hand man, is a great character. And, like I say, it's a sad book, a series of books, but really well done.
I like the Red Archer. I mean, he shows up, like, super late, I think, but...
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, good also. Yep, I agree. You were thinking of Doombringer from Diablo. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to search the altar, because of course we are. You carefully examine the altar and the 2 black staves protruding from its surface. The crackling arc of energy that linked these staves seemed to die at the very moment you plunged the Sommersword into the cyclonic demon. That's what I'm talking about. Cyclonic demon. You notice that when where the statue had lain, 2 stone buttons have now risen from the surface of the altar. If you have the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, and we do, you sense that these buttons are an ancient lock of some kind. If pressed in the correct order, they may reveal a secret compartment or chamber. But there's also the possibility that if pressed in the wrong order, they may activate a trap. Do you wish to press the buttons or leave? There is a chance of loot. I mean, I'm thinking about the fact that we have Sixth Sense. Oh, I accidentally misspelled what shoal. So I like the idea of having the Sixth Sense thing. I figure that, like, even if we get it wrong and it's like you're hit by a poison needle, but if you have the Sommersword, you cut the poison needle in half, like, or you attack the poison in your body somehow with the Sommersword. So. Yep, Chad is in favor of potential loot.
What a surprise!
I know. This is such a predictable crew. You cut the buttons with your sword and all the demons die. All the demons everywhere. Like, cutscene, Vanathar falls over, dead. Like, 50 miles away. Also, Voldemort dies. And also, Sauron falls. It would make things so much easier if Gandalf's like, you must cast this ring into the fires of Mount Doom. And Frodo's like, no problem, dog. I got the Sommersword. Sauron's like, no! Roll credits. Oh, man. Let me just cut this ring with my sword. I mean, I actually, the Sommersword I think I just want in real life. I have a feeling like it would solve all problems. Yeah, exactly, Annydale. You get pulled over by a cop, you're just like, I have the Sommersword. He's like, right on your way, sir. My apologies for stopping you. You know, like delivery is running late, pull out the Sommersword, it shows up at your door. Double the food. Your kid doesn't want to go to bed, pull out the Sommersword. Instant bed. It's the perfect companion. Yeah, Okami OST was a good choice. Thank you, it was a good choice. What if the Eagles had the sword? The Lord of the Eagles flies down just like waving the Sommersword. Like, what?
Is that a Dark Souls villain?
Yeah, right? Yeah, oh my god, you're right, too. That's the kind of thing they would do, also. Like, what? You know what's better than a griffin? A griffin with a sword. Okay.
I mean, I haven't played that, but I do know that there's, like, a wolf with a sword, so...
Oh, god. Dark Souls is one of those games that has a really interesting aesthetic that just pisses me off eventually. Like, it's like, I'm like, great! No, I just can't. I can't deal. I gave it the old college try, but... What qualifications do you have for this job? I have the Sommersword. You're hired. Exactly. Exactly. You come out on the court. You're like, I've got to defeat the Boston Celtics. Must defeat LeBron James. And you're like, how are we going to do this? I have the Sommersword. LeBron James is like, I'm not going out. Why? He has a Sommersword. Like, there's no... You need the Sommersword to get your son to sleep? Exactly, Brahms. The Sommersword will allow your son to sleep. The stone buttons rise less than an inch above the smooth altar surface. You notice that they are each surrounded by strange, barely perceptible hieroglyphs eroded by the passage of time. You now have to decide in which sequence you will press the buttons. If you possess the Kai discipline of mind over matter, you can depress the buttons without actually touching them. So, the question is, do we press left then right, right then left, or both together? Left and right. Thank you for the host, Optic. I will double check. Okay. Good adventurers go left. Okay, now let's see. We do not have mind over matter. We don't. We have Mind Blast and Mind Shield. We do not have mind over matter. Although Terry wants you to all to know that we do have animal kinship. So if you had button kinship, you'd be good right now.
Sword kinship.
Yeah, can't we just bring out the Sommersword and have the Sommersword have the Sommersword push the buttons? Oh man. I feel like there's going to be a part in this series where they're going to make it where you lose the Sommersword. And at that point, I imagine they're going to be like, oh, you have to figure out how to like move on without it and then you get it back. And I imagine most people will be like, but no, like when I lose it, that's the end of all things. Like there's no, there's no reason to continue. When did I save the last time? Thanks for the host, Wenchkin. Also, thanks, Optic. Good to see you, man. We need to chat, Optic, my friend. By the way, although you may have auto-hosted me, so you're not here, but we still need to chat when you're watching the VOD. When did I save the last time? I think I saved right after we got the silver helm. I I could probably, you know what? Let's see. Well, do I want to save here though? Well, probably some order. You know what? I think I'm going to save here because probably some order works, right? Presumably. Like, some order's got to work. It's not that that all screws us. And besides, we've got the Summer Sword. Yeah. Losing your Sava Sword, you have fallen into poverty, your wife left you, the demons came back. Do you want to drink the black potion? Oh, man. I just feel like they'd just be like, no. Like, that's the end of it. I almost did something like that because I was playing one of the side missions in BattleTech last night off stream, and my main character got incapacitated, but your main character can't die, but is out of commission for 110 days. For those of you keeping track at home, that's almost 4 months. So I was like, well, but the thing is, out of that mission, I got a quick draw mech, which is my first heavy mech. It's a pretty badass mech. So I was like, you can survive in the hospital for 3 months. You can do it. So that's funny, Annydell. The Summer Sword left you because you got a wife. Summer Sword's like, look. Okay, last call. We got left and right. We got both together. Is this supposed to be the black potion that he's sniffing, by the way?
Just any potion.
Any of them? Okay. What's up, TNS
Colors.
Mephiston? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Terry.
Since I'm not doing colors.
Yeah. That's cool. Press left and right. No problem, Carol. Good to see you, TNS. All right, left and right. Press them both together. Okay, we got the last call. And... oh, this is a tough call. Go, guys, like, put both together. Ah, all right, poll is closed. Here we go. Left and right. Left and right. Yeah, I can see that, Annydell. More or less, that's kind of what happened to me. A secret... yes! We did it. I think we did it. A secret compartment slides open at the base of the left altar staff. Actually, wait a minute. It might not have. Maybe there's one on the other side. Inside, you discover a strange statuette, a stone effigy of a strange tentacled creature. Good job, guys. We found Cthulhu. All right, so we'll slip it into our pocket.
We slip Cthulhu into our pockets?
I guess so. I don't really, so the question is, do we activate the buttons again? So, what should we do? So in other words, do we activate the buttons? Because maybe it's multiple things, like activate the buttons again. Because it was the left staff, so maybe the other way will activate the right staff. And maybe both together activates a door. Our health is, that is a good question. Our health right now is at 22 out of 25, so we're doing pretty well. Also, if we really needed it, we have a +5, a vial of red Lompspur, which will give us 5 endurance points. But of course, if we press the spike through head button, I mean, like, then it's not going to matter how fast we can heal, because we are not Wolverine. It would be really interesting as a troll if the book just basically kept doing this and just giving you all this stuff and then just gives you like epic disaster after epic disaster. Like at a certain point it's like, okay, now we spring the trap, I think we found the loot. Now we can go. All right, last call. We got 6 to 3 activating the buttons. All right, and close poll. All right, so we're going to activate those buttons. The buttons have jammed. Well, okay. No matter how hard you try, excuse me, you cannot make them budge. Okay, I guess that's been solved for us then. You have no choice but to abandon the altar and leave the temple by the northern archway. As you pass through the archway, you notice a lever set into the dark stone wall. You pull it and a door slides across, sealing the temple behind you. The temperature is warmer and you can hear a low rumbling sound somewhere in the distance. Ahead, you can see a light at the end of a dark passageway. You discover that it is shining out of an oblong portal close to the floor through which you can see a corridor 10 feet below. Do you wish to squeeze through the portal and drop into the corridor, or continue along the passage? Nobody else will get it either. No, I'll never find the jeweled codpiece. Yes. True that. Vote 1. Portals are sick. Vote 2, I hate portals. All right. By the way, for those of you interested in old school D&D, just released today was the Goodman Games Into the Borderlands, which is basically their remaster of Keep on the Borderlands, which was the first module I ever played in D&D. First thing I ever did in D&D was Keep on the Borderlands. I still remember the purple cover, and it looks pretty awesome. It's not cheap; it's like $50. But it looks pretty awesome. Their first printing is already sold out. They're taking pre-orders now for their second printing, but I think you can still get it from stores. And I'm going to actually see, I might see if I can pick it up at Origins next month. But yeah, pretty sweet. Keep on the Borderlands, old school.
Well, that reminds me, I meant to ask, are there any Forgotten Realms-based solo adventures?
Yes. In fact... hold on a second. In fact, this is one of them. Actually, this one is, hold on now. So there are two that I think fit that description that I've thought about doing, which is called the Ultimate Maze Solo Quest. It was put out by TSR, which of course is the original folks with D&D.
So that would be like second edition or what?
Yeah, well, it was 87, so it would be 2E. And I'm actually not 100% sure if this is before they rolled out Forgotten Realms to everybody. Forgotten Realms was out by then, but I don't know if they were rolling it out to everybody, because I want to say that was maybe a little bit later. So it might not be, but anyway, because I have two of them, and I'll show them on stream here. One of them is called Catacombs, Fairy Mound of Dragonkind, and this had like these huge pages, this big like trade paperback size book or larger, and the idea was that on the left page would be the picture that would have tons of details in the illustration, and then the right page would have all of these things that you could mark, would have all the choices that you could theoretically make. So like you could explore the chamber by looking at the hourglass, the bookshelves, the pentagram on the floor, the coat and hat, the eyes above the shelf, like lots of stuff like that. And I have two books like that. One of them is Fairy Mound of Dragonkind, and the other one was a Dragonlance one called Gnomes 100 Dragon 0. And the cool part of this is that there were a couple of bookmarks that you actually got. One of them that had your own character in it. And then the other one was a bookmark that you could put somewhere in the book at random, so that when you came to that page, like exploring the place, like his bookmark meant that you met that guy first, and he had his own entries or whatever. So it was pretty cool at the time. It was one of those like deluxe ones. In fact, this was $7.95, which this book would easily be $20 now. But at the time, yeah. Also, they were clearly appealing to just art style, this Fairy Mound of Dragonkind. In no way were they,
Wait, let me see. Ah, yes.
It was just clearly there was nothing else being advertised at all. Yes, you do. You absolutely do, Echo. Yeah, and I appreciate that. The other thing I actually just picked up was there was a big flash sale on the DM's Guild, so I picked up some stuff, and one of the things I picked up was a solo quest that was a like the Death Knight Squire, I think it's called, which will work with Roll20, but it's all solo. So I may do that like at some point when I'm doing like a fill-in stream or something. I may do that for fun, just to see what that's like, because I like solo quests.
So I'm done with this one.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so before we go on, so we're going to be squeezing through the portal, but before we go on, let's take a look at it. Look at that. That is super. He looks a little bit like, not Gaston. He looks like the dude.
Very scrawny, the Gaston.
Yeah, no, that's what, right.
Unless you mean like the Belgian comic character.
But... No, I was thinking of the Beauty and the Beast one. No, he looks like the dude from Frozen, the bad prince, like Hans,
Hans, yes.
Yeah, he looks a little bit like him. I like that.
Oh.
I'm thinking about that. And I love that you got the blue nacho chip. That's really awesome. It's so cool because it looks like he's either a gourmet or, he's an adventurer. It's really good stuff. It is. I mean, Terry's amazing.
Why not both?
That's true. It is amazing. And are those like to the left of that? Are those, because I have it cut off slightly. Are those scrolls or are those the bag
it's like
side?
I'm just like it's like a very like idea of a background, like basically like arches in the background and there's like a table on the side.
Okay, with the shadows and everything. That's super cool. I dig that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good stuff. You have not lost the step, Terry.
So what did you want me to do next?
I wanted you to
Something
do
about
him
the cycle.
fighting the ice demon, just because I thought it was cool to have the Sommersword cutting through a cyclone. I don't know.
Can you describe to me the cyclone again?
Yes, I can indeed. So this ice demon, although as I say that, let me actually see if I can do that. Because I don't have the book. I don't have with me here. Hold on. Where do I find the thing? It's not it. Okay. So, this ice demon came out of this statue, and it was a cyclone that was basically a dark wind cyclone with pieces of ice and rock within it. And when he sliced it, he basically cut the Sommersword cut through the middle of the cyclone, and the cyclone just was essentially destroyed, like annihilated when he did that. So it's basically just like a small, like whirling dervish or tornado or something that is probably his size or a little larger, with all of these pieces of ice and rock in it. So I imagine kind of like dark cyclone with white ice sort of circling around him. Is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's move on here. By the way, for those of you who are new to the stream, welcome. You are watching the insanely talented TariToons with me back doing the live illustration of Lone Wolf. This is book 3, where chat works together. Really been enjoying the Lone Wolf series quite a bit. Also, assuming that all continues to go well, we will knock on wood and all that. But if all goes well, you will see Terry doing this again a week from Saturday. During ArvCon, when she and I will be doing this for a slightly longer session, and we'll be continuing with these books. So you'll get a chance to see more of this from Terry. If again, we'll see how she feels, but how
I feel pretty good right now.
Good. So far so good. I mean, and I think it looks really nice so far. So, cool. I can't wait to see what this is going.
Could you describe the sword to me? So.
Yes, I can, and in fact, I even have a picture too. So the picture Okay. The legendary sword of the sun. You can actually... Oh, how about I actually take off Arvbot so you can see it? Okay, here we go. There it is. Legendary sword of the sun. So it has this... you can see the pommel and the hilt. There's kind of like an intricate, almost looks like a Celtic knot at the top of the hilt leading into the blade. And then the blade itself is fairly standard. But the big thing is that it shines brightly with the heat and light of the sun as you use it. And it's also attuned to its wearer, or to its user. So as you use it, you know, it responds to Kai Lords, basically. It's not a huge sword. It's not even a two-handed sword. But it is mighty, nonetheless. Okay, so it's our lightsaber, basically. Except that it solves all problems. Not even lightsabers solve as many problems as this thing does. Okay.
Well, and sometimes they just cause problems.
Yeah, that's true. Holding your equipment and your breath, you try to land as quietly as you can on the dusty floor of the corridor. Unfortunately, you twist your ankle in the fall and cannot stifle a yelp of pain. God damn it. Then, to your horror, you lose an endurance point. Then, to your horror, you see an ice barbarian seated less than 30 feet away to your left. His head is slowly turning in your direction. However, a quick glance to your right reveals another corridor heading north less than 15 feet from where you now kneel. But we have the Kai discipline of camouflage. The stone walls of the corridor are covered with strange carvings which cast deep shadows. Using your skill, you hide yourself in their gloom. We see nothing. The ice barbarian walks slowly towards you, his movements tense and unsteady. Your skin crawls as you notice for the first time his white, pupilless eyes. Holding your breath, you pray that he has not seen you. All right, chat. Think camouflage. Give me every camouflage emote you can possibly imagine. If you got any ninja emotes, stealth emotes, you know, if you got any, like, dark shade emotes, I don't know, like any secret cannot be seen emotes, that would be a good time for it. Before we pick this number. A Wookiee, Cloud? Your vision of stealth is to show me Chewbacca? Really? Is that how we do things? Nonstop, your version of stealth is Darksaber's face. Echo is using rainbow faces. I don't think you guys follow. Let me try again. Stealth.
Well, I mean, a rainbow face would be like a very good camouflage at like a gay parade. Right?
Against it, right? I was gonna say if you're at Pride, that's fine.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
this is not. I love the answers I get for stealth are Wookiee, a dude with glasses, Darksaber, and a rainbow face. Nice work, people. You guys are on point today. Like what?
Here, have some graveyard camel.
I mean, great. Oh my god. What is it? What even is that emote, TNS? What is that? Is that a whale? What the flip is that? We got a bird? What? You guys are useless. Salt is good against ice. What the... Alright, we're going to pick a number. You guys have no one to blame but yourselves. Yep, a 1. We got a 1. Alright? A 1. Wow, it somehow worked. God, it's such luck. Oh my god. The Ice Barbarian passes within 6 inches of your hiding place. He pauses before walking back along the corridor. You breathe a sigh of relief. You have not been discovered. Oh my god, that is such garbage. Oh man. So, do we wish to escape on tiptoe along the northern corridor or attack the Ice Barbarian from behind? Oh my god. I thought it was going to be like, if you have the Summer Sword, you are immediately concealed from all things. Escape on tiptoe? I have nothing against Wookiees. I just don't see them as stealthy. That's my problem. If I said
stereotyping.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Wookiee ninja. It's a Winja. Lone Wolf disagrees. Yeah, well, look, I mean, you know, you intimidate the enemy into not seeing you. I'm not here. Stop looking at me. It's the classic, you put the lampshade over your head. And instantaneously, the Ice Barbarian, which has no understanding of object permanence, forgets that you were there. Man. See, Terry, I told them too much about stealth, and now they're all like, Awesome. We're Dishonored now. Now we just jump from behind. We are Corvo, and we're going to stab everyone in the back.
I haven't played Dishonored.
What? These games are so good.
Yeah, but like, I don't play a lot of like quote-unquote mainstream games because like the genres usually don't speak to me.
Yeah, but this
So
is...
like, for the most part, I play point-and-click adventures and like true RPGs and.
Did you ever play the original Thief?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I played it up to the 2nd level and was like, nope.
Oh, all right.
This is too spooky. I'm just gonna stop playing now.
Because I was going to say,
uninstalled
same
it and never
crew.
picked it up again.
Same people that did Thief.
Yeah, but like, oh no. Like, I remember I was like 11 or something. That was way too spooky.
Thief is so good. But yes, it was a little freaky. I loved Thief. Oh, man.
Like, because like they grab your leg or something. Like, something was wrong when you're on like the
Well, the sound
abandoned
design...
mine or something.
The sound design is among the best sound design ever. Like, it's...
Yeah,
it's,
but like that doesn't help with spooky games. Like,
No, I agree with you.
I don't like spooky games.
I'm with you. I don't like them either. I hate spooky. I hate horror games. I like spooky, actually. I don't mind spooky, but I hate horror games. So, yeah, I'm with you about that. But still, like, the thing about Dishonored, though, is that you can play stealthy, or you can basically just go and kill everything that moves. So, it is possible to do that.
Yeah, but when it comes to stealthy games, like Metal Gear Solid would be like my.
Okay, yeah. Dishonored is a point-to-click. On the puzzle is use sword on man's back. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I will do that. Sorry about that. So, escape on tiptoe. Yeah, actually, guys, so tomorrow, actually, I have successfully gotten all of my, I finished putting together, it took me a few months because it was expensive, so I had to do it part by part. But I got my NAS, which is my, my networked set of hard drives, external hard drives. So I did that, I did all the backups that I needed to do, and I did a most recent backup for my computer. And I mention that because that means that I am finally going to take the plunge, and I'm going to do it tomorrow. I didn't want to do it today before the streams, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I'm going to try to install Windows 10. And if Windows 10 works, which I'm doubtful, but if it works, okay, then that will open up a lot of possibilities, including a Stream Deck, which would make it possible for me, instead of having to use my mouse to do everything, to be able to, like, basically have hotkeys. I could theoretically do hotkeys anyway if I wanted to fiddle with it, but do hotkeys for things like pop up RVBot, drop RVBot, without having to, like, move over and constantly do it that way, so it'd be a little bit faster. Yeah, I'm nervous, Cloud. I'm nervous, but... Oh, NES, the console. No, NAS. And it's now set up so that I'm never going to have a hard drive problem again, because I have it in a RAID 5 formation to prevent, like, formulation, to make it easier to not lose data and all that stuff. Windows 10 is the trap. I know, I'm worried, TX. But the thing is, it's 3 years old now, and, like, everything, so many things are compatible with it and run better with it now, so... You could fix the crappy start menu with Classic Shell, yeah. Well, I mean, that I'm definitely going to do, because, yeah. Alright, so it looks like, people, we want to attack this poor ice barbarian. This innocent ice barbarian, whose name, in case you're curious, is Bob. Bob the ice barbarian, who, this morning, when he got up, kissed Mrs. Bob Ice Barbarian, gently, stroked the hair of young baby Ice Barbarian, and said, and then petted Ice Barbarian dog, and said, I'm going to go out today and do what I can to try to get some food for our family. And the family said,
a Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Said, we understand, dear. It's fine. We'll be here waiting for you, dear, when you get back. And so Bob Ice Barbarian went out, thinking to himself of how this was just another ordinary day, until he met Lone Wolf, the killer, with the Sommersword. The Ice Barbarian has no pupils, you can't trick me. He should be happy he meets the Sommersword. He's like, I died, but the Sommersword is what killed me, so... Yeah, true that. Alright, here we go. Due to the surprise of your attack, you strike twice before the Ice Barbarian can react. You do not lose any endurance points during the first 2 rounds of combat. If the Ice Barbarian is still alive for the 3rd round of combat, he draws a bone scimitar and attacks you. He's immune to Mind Blast. He's got a combat skill of 17, endurance of 29? Wow. All right. Well, we have 12. Plus 2 for the shield is 14. Plus 8 for the Somber Sword is 22. Plus 2 for the Silver Helmet is 24. We have a 7 bonus over this dude. Starting out with a 10. We start out with a 10. And he's dead. He's insta-killed. 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 Bob is like, hello. Oh, wait, my family. He just annihilated him. Somewhere in the distance, a child quietly weeps. Mommy, when is Daddy coming home? Well, baby ice barbarian, Daddy won't be coming home anymore because a very bad man with a cloak and the sun sword decided he didn't want him to live. So we'll try to... No, a wife does not say, finally I can marry my lover. That's not how this narrative goes. Alright. We won the combat. A tooth-encrusted bone sword lies at the barbarian's side. You may take this weapon if you wish. Okay. We could discard a weapon to pick this up. That's fine. Let's discard a weapon. But not the Somber Sword. So let's see. What about this bone sword? Are we going to get rid of... So, what do you think, guys? We have the Somber Sword. So, do we have the fine broadsword? Do you want to take the bone sword or not? Poet Bob only works here because the Ragadorn bus company got shut down thanks to Lone Wolf. Exactly. Exactly, TNS. What was that? We're fine, so we're going to leave it. Leave the bone sword for his son to avenge him. Exactly. Son of Bob. Sword. Bone. Barbarian. Well, the thing is, you'd have to drop one of these two things. You'd either have to drop the spear or the broadsword. And I'm not going to allow you to drop the Somber Sword because that's not how it works. Yeah, I was wondering about that, but I don't know what foes could only be affected. I don't know what bones it's good against. It's tooth encrusted, so it's like a sword with bone pieces in it. So what I'll do is I'll do it this way. I'll say take bone sword, drop. Take bone sword, drop spear, or leave bone sword. Okay, I'm going to put it up for a vote. So, do you either take the bone sword, drop the broadsword, take the bone sword, drop the spear, or leave the bone sword? Those are your choices. Yeah, see, I was thinking about what Annydale said also, because we already have a sword, so I was thinking drop the fine broadsword, keep the bone sword, and then the Somber Sword would be, obviously, we have to keep anyway. That's what I thought. Like, do you have a spear? Then you use that. That's what I thought. I felt like broadsword and bone sword was the most likely thing, but... Yeah, and I don't know either. I don't know either. Or we could just say the hell with it and just leave it. I mean, we don't have to take it. I like the idea that as we're thinking about taking the bone sword, the Somber Sword is giving us the side eye. Like, really? Are you taking that? The scimitar is most like the Somber Sword. Well, not necessarily, because the broadsword is somewhat similar to the Somber Sword. I mean, the broadsword's probably a little bigger, but the broadsword could be used one-handed. So I would say that probably the scimitar, the Somber Sword is like the broadsword. I guess the scimitar is a little, is maybe... I don't know, because the scimitar is probably a little smaller in some ways than the broadsword. Yeah, maybe you're right, 10. It's close. It's close. And not our damn fine broad. What I think is funny about this is, you guys remember when we first got this broadsword back in book 2, there was forever that we were trying to find a goddamn weapon, and we couldn't find one, and now all of a sudden we're just like swimming in weaponry. Just like, we can't dual wield a sword and spear, that's silly. Drop the Somber Sword, go to heroic difficulty. That's Iron Man mode. It's true, TNS. We did struggle for that sword. But think about how much we struggled for that bone sword. We had to wait and then attack a defenseless ice barbarian, thus depriving his family of their father. And no, we have not been doing a lot of weapon switching. Can you imagine? He's like, what happened to my fine broadsword? We're like, we don't have that, but we do have this bone sword. And you hand him like this Fisher Price, my first sword. You know? Also good to see you, 10. Oh, chat I see is, and it's is undecided. It's like, yeah, total coincidence. You can change vote, remember, TNS. $, there you go. All right, take bone sword, drop spear. Once. Right. That's a good question, 10. What if we have to disguise ourselves as an ice barbarian with a good bone sword? True. Yeah, what if you have to go make it up to his family? What if you're like Jason Bourne of Barbarians, and you have to go apologize to the barbarian family for killing their father? All right, we got a tie, folks. We need someone to break this tie. Three is the only right thing to do. All right, I need a vote here, people. All right. Potential romance. Oh, Lone Wolf, you're not cold like Bob was. Oh, sorry, 10. Sorry, 10. Okay, take bone sword, drop spear. So, we're going to drop the spear. Take the bone sword. All right. Now, we search his body, discover a gold bracelet on his left wrist. We add the discipline of Sixth Sense. There is an aura of power encircling the gold bracelet that makes you feel uneasy. The Ice Barbarians rely on tooth and bone for their weapons because there are no mines in Kalte. Not only gold, but all metals are considered rare and precious. You have never heard of the Ice Barbarians trading their furs for any metal other than steel. Jewelry is of no interest to these hard and cruel hunters. You suspect that this bracelet was worn by force and not by choice. Do you wish to take the bracelet or leave it? I think this one's a pretty clear answer, actually. I mean, like, you know... Exactly. Maybe it's the thing that gives him the white pupils. I mean, obviously it didn't help Bob. Bob wore that bracelet, and what did it get him? It got him a summer sword between the back of his shoulder, between his shoulder blades, right? So, look, Annydell, the summer sword can't save you from everything, okay? What? No, it says take and wear it. Look, see, if you wish to take and wear the gold bracelet. It says take and wear. It does not say just take it. It says take and wear. Which is the reason that I'm like, oh God. I mean, and that's why the Sixth Sense thing is there, people. I mean, the Sixth Sense is there for that reason. We just cut the curse with the Somber. You can't cut the curse with the Somber Sword.
Have you tried?
No, I have not. We have not tried to cut curses with the Somers word.
Yes, then you don't know.
Okay, close poll. All right, leave the obviously cursed bracelet. Thank you. All right, on we go. Turning a corner, you breathe a sigh of relief in more ways than one. Behind you, all is silent. But you become aware that the low rumbling sound you detected earlier is much louder in this corridor. A few yards along to your left, a short passage leads to a closed stone door. Do you wish to investigate the door or continue along the corridor to the north? Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is just like your opinion, man. Yeah, that's just like your opinion, man. Oh man, a classic. Didn't Big Lebowski just have its like 20th anniversary or something like that? I think it did. That's probably my friend Russ, our vocalist in good standing, who just got married. I think that's his favorite movie of all time. Is The Big Lebowski. Does the door have a lever next to it? Does not. I don't know. Does not say that it does. This may be a leverless door. Don't let my people be a leverless door. Yeah, leverless. Yep. Humbug. Yeah, exactly. 20-year anniversary of the film. Wow. That's pretty epic. Stand and delever. Alright, looks like people are in favor of investigating the door. Again, not at all predictable. It's a very good question. I don't know. Let's investigate it. There is a lever in the wall and a spy hole in the center of the door. Peering through the spy hole, you see a strange sight. This sight, actually. A man in a dark robe is kneeling in the center of a pentacle chalked on the floor of the chamber. His head is bowed and he seems to be in a trance. Do you wish to pull the lever and open the door, or leave him where he is and keep exploring? He's actually praying. He's like, my poor departed brother, Bob the Barbarian. A needle to the eye. That's right, 10. Oh, man. The key is the lever. Who knows what he's about to summon? True. Hey, actually, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing this terribly. Is it Kosa Ale? Coca Ale? Is it Irish and it's sort of like Smith? Like, how do you pronounce? Is it Kosa Ale? Coca Ale? Shillelagh?
Where do you read that?
In chat. One of the.
The name. Oh.
Oh, so it's C.O. Kelly. It's C.O. Kelly? Is that right? C.O. I love this low latency thing. This is so awesome. C.O. Kelly? He's mythic with powers beyond his ken as the PC. That's our job. Yeah, that's true. He is honing in on our territory. Did I get that right? C.O. Kelly? There's no K's in Irish. Nice! Okay, cool. Like the Boston Celtics, except they actually call themselves Celtics. For some reason. It's the only thing where it's the soft C. Alright, C.O. Kelly. Nice. Alright. Here we go. We are going to close this poll because it looks like everyone is in favor of that. Yeah, it's just I mean, I understand why he says that because I still have to make sure about buffering and everything. But assuming, I don't know if you guys have noticed if there's a difference if the quality of the stream is less on your end, but assuming that it isn't, having the low latency is so much better for streaming. It's not even close. So much better. Like, we got used to like the 12-second delay, but if you think about it, it's pretty unnatural to have a 12-second delay. Whereas right now, in fact, we're going to do this right now just as a test. Please type in the word, when you hear this, flower. Type in the word flower, please, when you hear this, and I'm going to count it off. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds compared to what it used to be. Yeah, penguin. It's cute. 3 seconds. So that's an enormous difference. 3 seconds as compared to 12. Also, all the times that we heard, oh, it's physically impossible to drop the latency. Yeah. No, it's not. Your precognition failed. Okay. Right. Okay, we are going to open the door. As the stone door grinds open, the man jerks his head back in surprise. Who's there? He whispers in a thin, strangled voice. Exactly, Elena, exactly. His eyes glint from beneath the shadow of his ragged hood. Suddenly, he seems to recognize you and jumps excitedly to his feet. The gods be praised, Akai Lord. My name is Tigan. I'm a merchant from Ragadorn. The ice barbarians kidnapped me in Lyuk and brought me here. I now await an audience with their new Brumelmark, a psalm-lending sorcerer they call Vanatar. It seems that he shall decide my fate. But if you free me from this sorcerer's pentagram, I'll aid you as best I can. You recognize the pentagram to be a circle of binding, a magical prison that can only be broken from the outside. You can easily wipe away part of the circle and free this man. So the question is, do you wish to free him? Or, if you've ever visited Ragadorn, you can ask him some simple questions about the city to allay any suspicions you may have about who he claims to be, or close the cell door and return to the main corridor. So, free him? Ask questions about Ragadorn. Or close the cell door and leave. Alright, what's it gonna be? Just like close the door. Like not even say anything, you just like oh my god, this music sounds like Chrono Cross. Nice. Sorry, don't need the EXP, Slam. Free him, dispense some summer sword, help. So we have been to Ragadorn Cloud, but I don't remember much about it, to be honest. Actually, if we look at the map, I think we got the map here, don't we? Where's our map at? Did we lose? No, we didn't lose our map. It's under special items. Here we go. Here's Ragadorn. Ragadorn, I think, is actually where we went to after we left Homeguard, but I don't remember anything about it. I remember that we left Ragadorn to go to Port Bax, and that was where we were in the coach, and the guy tried to kill us, the assassin tried to kill us or whatever, but I don't remember it for sure. Ask about some tourist sites, yeah. Alright, well, something only Ragadorn people would know. Where's the best gyro? Where can I find the best chicken tikka masala in Ragadorn? Tell me now! Alright, if you're so smart, explain to me where the best turkey burger can be found in Ragadorn. Or just give him generic questions to throw him off. Alright, what is best in life? And he's like, to be friendly? Wrong! What is best in life? To crush your enemies, drive them before you, and hear the lamentations of the ice barbarians. That is good.
You forgot soft toilet paper.
Yes, that's true. Ragadorn is basically the Detroit of Magnamund, yeah. Ah, turkey burgers are so good, yeah. So good. Alright. Alright, gonna last call this up. Ragadorn is where we beached. Yes! Yes, TNS. Because we were headed to Port Bax, but then the whole, storm happened, and we ended up where we ended up. He's going to be like, enough with your stupid questions. All right. Close the poll. We need intel. Yep. All right, here we go. If you wish to ask, oh God, who the current ruler of Ragadorn is, if you wish to ask the name of the river that divides Ragadorn into east and west, or do you wish to ask the name of the tavern in Barnacle Street? That would be more useful if we remembered what the hell the name of the tavern in Barnacle Street is. Because I feel like anyone would know the current ruler of Ragadorn. Oh God, look at you. That's almost more sad than funny. Since there are some people in the American government who still believe that. Okay, here we go. The great thing is that we're gonna each be bluffing each other, because he's gonna be like, we're gonna be like, what's the name of the tavern? He's gonna be like, the Clam and Oyster, and we're gonna be like, right, you know, it's like we don't actually remember either. What's up, Jagdris? How are you? Oh man, how you been, Jagdris? How's life? Yeah, but he's a merchant, though. If you're going to be a merchant, you got to know where the taverns are. You got to know where the bars are. The problem is, we're not merchants, and we don't know. So, yeah, good to see you, Jactress. Jactress, I was just thinking about you in the Ottawa Peeps the other day, because Amal Almatar posted this. She was in a music video with this local folk band in Ottawa. I can't remember the name of the folk band now, but it's on her. I think it's not on her Twitter. It's on her Drip or something. I don't remember. But I was able to get access to it somehow through Twitter is where I saw it. And yeah, there was like a local Ottawa bar or whatever doing stuff. Good, good. The tavern is the trustworthy merchant. Yes. I have a tavern in one of my novels called The Honest Thief. Yeah, I just can't remember. I think we actually did. I'm going to close this because I think we did last call already. Okay. So we are going to... What is the name of the tavern? The man hesitates and then answers, "Why, the Rusty Anchor Inn, of course. You now wish to wipe away the outside of the pentagram and free him, or not free him?" Oh, man. Nice, Jagtress. I'm certain of this. That's the thing. I'm like the Rusty Anchor Inn, like... So, when you say rusty, do you mean as in decaying of metal? Or you mean a nickname for the name Russ? And then just wait for it to be like, what? Like, Yeah, they released a whole supplement for Tal'Dorei. Which, I wonder how they handled some of the stuff since they originally pulled that over from Pathfinder. Like, you know, one of their characters is from worships Sarenrae, which is a Pathfinder thing, not a D&D thing. So I wonder how they handle all of that. Because they always had to modify it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's logical. Yeah. I see what you're saying, Genly. I really have no idea because, again, I can't remember. It's pretty sweet, though. If you took down notes about what the name of the inn was, Because a lot of times people are like, yeah, I'm not going to bother to take down notes. But that's pretty sweet that you would have to actually take down the note to know. Detroit Adorn. That's funny. Right. Right, Alenia, yeah. All right, we're closing the poll. We're going to free him. Here we go. Using the edge of your cloak, you wipe away a section of the pentagram that is wide enough to let the man escape. You notice that he is painfully thin and unsteady on his feet. My thanks, Kai Lord. I shall endeavor to repay your kindness someday if we ever escape from this fortress, he says. You had best lead, for my eyes ail me. I have suffered snow blindness and the pain still lingers on. You lead the way into the passage and are about to turn north into the main corridor when a pair of steely-fingered hands suddenly close around your throat from behind. God damn it. It wasn't the Rusty Anchor Inn. A hideous cry betrays the merchant's true identity. He is a Hellgast, a deadly shape-changing servant of the Dark Lords. He has tricked you into releasing him from the pentagram, and he now intends to murder you. You desperately fight for air as his skeletal fingers burn and tear at your throat. You lose 6 endurance points. Jesus. If you are still alive, you manage to break free of his grip, but you must now fight this creature to the death. Due to the surprise of its attack, you cannot swallow any potions before the combat. However, we possess the Sommersword. The mighty sword illuminates the passage with its golden glow. The Hellgast shrieks a hideous cry and retreats, its eyes glowing a fiery red with hatred and fear. It recognizes the power you wield, a force that spells death and eternal destruction to its kind. In blind panic, it attacks you with a powerful Mind Blast. Unless you possess the Kai discipline of Mind Shield, we do though, we do have Mind Shield right there. We lose 2 endurance points for every round of combat you fight with this creature, but we do have that. It's immune to Mind Blast. However, because the creature is one of the undead, remember to double all endurance points that it loses due to the power of the Sommersword. Nice. It has combat skill 22, endurance 30. Good God. The tavern was actually called the Inevitable Betrayal. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go, people. Time to begin the fight. So we have 12 combat skill, plus 2 for the shield, 14. Plus 8 for the Sommersword, 22. Plus 2 for the silver helmet, 24. That gives us a 2 advantage. Not bad. Plus 2 advantage. And double damage. Come on, big one. Big number, big number. 9! We start with a 9. That is what I like to see. Those are the numbers we like to see. Enemy loses 12 points of damage. Times 2. 24 damage. Damn! Let's have another one of those. Alright, come on, Sommersword. Come on, Sommersword. 10! Sommersword! Sommers... Also known as the Sucket Sword. Sucket. 28 damage. Okay? Oh. We did a grand total of, I think it was 42 points of damage in 2 rounds. Jesus. Oh, man. The Sommersword, also known as How to Get Over Being Dumb. The body of the Hellgast bubbles and dissolves at your feet, a vile green gas seeping out from beneath its robes. As you stare in revulsion at the decomposing corpse, you suddenly realize that this foul creature must have been sent here to kill Vanatar. There could be no other reason for its being here. The Dark Lords of Helgadad crave Vanatar's death in payment for his failure at the Battle of Holmgolf and have discovered his whereabouts. The wizard must have discovered the Hellgast and imprisoned it within the pentacle until he could devise a way of permanently destroying it. You gingerly touch your wounded throat and thank the gods that you possess the Sommersword. Its powers have once again saved your life. Turning into the main corridor, you quickly leave behind the smoking remains. Nice. Okay, now, so next round we're going to hit 18 endurance points. The question is, guys, we have a potion that will give us plus 5 EP. But that's the only thing we have that will heal us right now. So do we save the potion? Because we'll go up to 18, which means we're still 7 shy. But the question is, do we save onto it or not? Yep. Nope, no loot. Take that, Helgast. Yeah, we are going to save, but... So we're keeping the potion for now. Are we keeping the potion instead of drinking from it? I just want to confirm. We're keeping it? Keep it? Say wait. Okay. Fair enough. Let's save it then. Save. Save. Okay. On the west wall of the corridor, you see another stone door with a small spy hole cut into the center, revealing a cell on the other side. An old man is huddled in the far corner of the cell, his face and hair matted with blood and dirt. His blue robes are so filthy that the crescents and stars embroidered on them are almost totally obscured. Do we wish to open the cell door or ignore this old man? All right, well, we already got rid of the Helgast, so the law of averages says this guy's a good guy, right?
Wait. What did this robe look like again?
Crescents and stars and blue robes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I know who that is.
Is that our boy, Bandon?
Well, no. Like, that's like the very first wizard we met, because like, if
Right.
he's an old man, like he wasn't an old man back then, but like probably like of the same like order or school or whatever, or maybe he had like a, you know, a thing that turned him older.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But yeah, he wore like a thing, like a blue robe with like stars and moons and stuff on it, I think.
That's actually true. So, yeah, the same order. Old wizard Fizzban. Exactly. Oh, save the potion. Well, but we should also save anyway. Why not murder another prisoner? Man, I sense the overconfidence that only comes from having the Sommersword. He's the wise mentor who taught Bane to be right. He's the Mr. Miyagi of good looks. Look at him. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's 100 illusion. Maybe he has the Sommersword. Wait, no, that's us. I guess not then. All right, we're going to last call this because it sounds like people want to open the cell door. I thought that was wrong. There we go. Color. Actual color in my webcam. I was like, why do I look so grayed out? I had the white balance screwed up. Maybe you accidentally dropped the Sommersword. This is the soundtrack for Okami, Carol. All right, we're going to close this poll and open the cell door. He attacks you as Helgast. Upon my lord, a Kai lord. Upon my lord, a lord. Let me try that again. Upon my soul, a Kai lord, he exclaims, his eyes now wide with astonishment. How I've prayed for freedom, for deliverance from this infernal place. And although hope never deserted me, I never expected such an illustrious rescuer. In the middle of his excitement, the old man is suddenly disturbed by a fit of coughing that leaves him pale and exhausted. It's a few minutes before he can speak again. My name is Loy Kaimar. I am an elder of the Magicians' Guild of Torin, he says. You're right, Terry.
Called it.
Slowly removing a small crystal star pendant, the symbol of the guild, from beneath his tattered robes. The guild is known as the Brotherhood of the Crystal Star, and the magician shows his pendant as proof of his identity. You ask him how he came to be imprisoned here in Achaia, many hundreds of miles from his native Torin. Vonatar, that unspeakable wretch, is responsible for my plight. Days before the Dark Lord invasion of Summerland, he betrayed your Kai masters to win power, the black power of death and darkness. However, he failed to play his part in the war plans his evil masters had laid. The Dark Lords do not tolerate such weakness. Mercy has no place in their brutal minds. In the bitterness of defeat, they sought to destroy Vonatar for his crime of failure. Vonatar knew that I possessed the only means to effect an escape from their vengeance, for my guild staff has the power of teleportation. He tried to steal it and flee to the safety of Achaia by himself, but he learned that its power is not for all men to share. Only I am blessed with its secret. He was angry and would have murdered my kinspeople had I not agreed to bring him here, so I had no choice but to do so. Ever since I have been a prisoner in this cell. Vanatar has tortured my body and my mind, but I have not divulged the secret of my guild staff, which he now keeps in the hall of the Brumelmark. For if I were to tell him, my life would no longer be of any value. You tell Loy Kaimar of your mission and of the events that have led to your meeting. He offers to show you a route through Akaya to the hall of the Brumelmark where Vanatar now resides as ruler. And if you can retrieve his guild staff, he promises to teleport you to the coast in time to rendezvous with your ship. For the first time since you fell into the Caverns of Kalte, you feel confident that your mission can now succeed. No, everybody knows Kylords. You're like the star of your day. You're like the LeBron James of Sommerland. Side quest, basically. If you possess a glowing crystal, we do not. Follow me, says Loy Kaimar. I have listened to the sounds of Akaya for over a year, and the secret sliding doors and the hidden routes here are no mystery to me. I have learnt more about these corridors and passages from the confines of my cell than Vanatar has discovered with all of his cunning, because he is a stupid piece of crap. No, I made that up. You follow the old magician through a network of secret passages and tunnels, up long flights of stairs, and into chambers dark and cold. No, he needs the staff, Enidel. He needs the staff to teleport. At the top of one very steep staircase, you come to a stone door. A strange, sickly smell is seeping from a small spy hole. Wow. Hit that sentence up again. Strange, sickly smell is seeping from a small spy hole. The kitchens, whispers Loy Kaimar, showing his distaste for Akaya cuisine by sticking out his tongue and grimacing. You can see that this secret door opens next to a fireplace in which burns a roaring fire. Hanging over the fire is a large stone cauldron of gruel. Two ice barbarians sit at a table nearby with empty bowls in front of them, and I'm also going to save it because we met this dude. So, do you possess a potion of black graveweed or a potion of green gallowbrush? We can do either one. So remember, the black graveweed is the poison, the green gallowbrush is the sleep potion. What should we do, guys? Use the black potion or use the green potion? The green one is the sleep one. In fact, I'll show you. There we go. It's a powerful sleeping potion. The graveweed is a poison. We killed Bob already. Tim and Tom get to live. Okay. Poison's too lawful evil. It is interesting, actually, that poison is always the thing that gets marked, even among evil creatures, as, like, if you do this, you have no honor, basically. Oh, my goodness. Robinson Cano was suspended 80 games for testing positive for a banned substance. That's not going to mean anything to anybody who's not a baseball fan, but Robinson Cano was a player for the Yankees who now plays for the Mariners, and wow. Interesting. He was trying to drug it up. Sounds like he's not playing for anyone for a good while. No, I guess it's true. That's freaky. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Last call, last call. And then we'll go for about another 10, 15 minutes or so, folks, and also Terry, or so. And then we will wrap it for the day as I go over to get ready for some D&D.
Yes, that's about as much time as I need
Okay.
to finish this.
Cool. Lovely. Okay, green potion it is. Okay. You take the potion from your backpack and carefully open the door just wide enough to be able to empty the contents of the vial into the bubbling cauldron. You do not have to wait long for the ice barbarians to fall asleep after their meal. The kitchen is small and surprisingly well stocked with herbs. These are from the trading post at Leuk, says Loy Kaimar, peering closely at the labeled jars, several of which he crams into his pockets. Opening 2 herb jars, he mixes the contents and offers them to you. It will give you strength, lone wolf. Hey, what's up, Alex? Welcome from France. You eat the dry leaves and feel a warm glow radiating throughout your body. 6 endurance points! We made the right call, people, not to have that potion before. Nice. We're on the same level as the Hall of the Brumelmark, whispers Loy Kaimar, peering through a crack in the kitchen door. It's at the end of this corridor. 2 ice barbarians stand beside... This time, I'm not going to save every single time. I'm only saving here because this way, if we need to stop down the line, I'll remember where we are more easily. Nice stew. Oh, thank you, Alex. 2 ice barbarians stand beside the jewel-encrusted door that lead to the Great Hall. They are covered from head to toe in strange bone armor and armed with crystal swords. The old wizard steps back from the door and says, "We must deal with them silently and swiftly." He takes 3 jars from his pockets and mutters a strange incantation as he mixes the contents together in a stone bowl. There's a pitcher of water on the table. He splashes a few drops onto the herbs and wisps of blue smoke arise. This will silence the guards if we can move it close enough to them. So, do we have the discipline of camouflage? We don't have mind over matter. We do have hunting. So the question is, do we use camouflage or hunting? Camouflage or hunting? I guess they thought maybe that was the arrogance, right, Caro? Maybe they thought that they couldn't, you know, they didn't think you could do any damage to them. Maybe? That's my guess. That's my guess. I feel like that guild, that wizard guild has been good to us. We always get good people out of that. Engage predator mode. Yeah, exactly. Do we get to hit the barbarians and then be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then the barbarian's like, "Ah." All right, we're going to last call this. Hey, what's up, Shattermage? Welcome to the Sommersweard stream, Shatter. Yeah, isn't that cool? Elenea? The Sommersweard. You know the Sommersweard? It's the thing that does everything for you. If you have a headache, Sommersweard. If you have an undead creature, Sommersweard. If you have a customer service problem, Sommersweard. If you have an overheating car, Sommersweard. It's Icyclone. Alright, here we go. Camouflage it is. Loy Kaimar hands you some strips of cloth with which to plug your nostrils. You take a deep breath, pick up the bowl of smoking herbs, and leave the kitchen. Using your Kai discipline of camouflage to blend in with the shadows of the corridor, you edge your way... Isn't it amazing, Shatter? Oh, man, I love it. You edge your way nearer and nearer to the unsuspecting guards. You leave the bowl in the shadow of a pilaster and return to the kitchen to wait for it to take effect. In less than a minute, the ice barbarians collapse to the floor and you approach the Hall of the Brumelmark undetected. You are delighted to discover that one of the great jeweled doors is unlocked. Preparing yourself for attack, you gently push the door ajar and enter Vonatar's chamber. The hall of the Brumelmark is a vast chamber constructed of crystal blocks rising to a central plateau. On this stands the Brumelmark throne, as old as Achaia itself. There, Vanatar sits, surrounded by the tomes and eldritch trappings of a necromancer. He is wrapped in study and does not see you enter the hall. He remains oblivious to your presence until Loy Kaimar sneezes. "Who dares disturb me?" he hisses, rising from the Brumelmark throne, his eyes searching for an intruder. Upon seeing you, he emits a horrified gasp and fumbles for his black staff. He has the look of a criminal who has been discovered in the act of some dreadful crime. Quickly, you raise your weapon and begin to climb the crystal pyramid. You know that you have little time to reach him if you were to overpower and capture him alive. You reach the edge of the plateau, apparently 10, in order to see, in time to see a wide circle of blocks descending around the throne. Between you and Vanatar, a deep moat is forming. Then, from the depths of the moat, you hear a ghastly, inhuman gibbering. You brace yourself for combat, but are totally unprepared for the horror that now faces you. From out of the dark slithers a huge, ghoulish green monster. Oh wait, that's like the statue! It's the statue! We got this! From out of the dark slithers a huge, ghoulish green monster. Its deformed head is a mass of tentacles and suckers that ooze a putrid black slime. At the center of this writhing mass, a hideous yellow eye pulsates. Vanatar has control over this monster, and he is directing it towards you. Alikarima! If you possess an effigy, hell yeah, we do. You suddenly realize that you possess an effigy of this hideous creature. Taking the effigy from your pocket, you hold it before you. It begins to glow with a strange iridescence that holds the creature mesmerized. Vanatar has lost control of the creature, and it is yours to command. The wizard, realizing he is lost, retreats from the moat. Loy Kaimar arrives at your side. He is breathless and is trying to say something to you. Use it, Lone Wolf. Send it against Vanatar. You will the monster to capture and hold Vanatar, and it instantly obeys your command. The traitor shrieks with terror and faints as the slimy tentacles close around him. Suck it, Vanatar. You notice Loy Kaimar hurl a handful of powdered herbs into the moat. Within seconds, a mass of vines and creepers coil upwards. This guy is awesome, forming a bridge across the moat to the Brumelmark throne. Once safely across, you will the creature to release Vanatar and return to the moat. Obediently, it slithers into the darkness, and the crystal blocks slowly rise. Tie him, Lone Wolf, shouts Loy Kaimar as he searches for his guild staff. And be sure to strip him of his rings and amulets. He is a master of trickery. We would not want him to miss his special homecoming to Summerland. You follow Loy Kaimar's instructions and make sure that Vanatar is securely tied. Ah! Here she is, the old magician eventually cries triumphantly, discovering his guild staff amongst the tangle of vines at the base of the throne. He is anxious to leave. I know, can we keep him forever? So you thank him for his help and pass him your map of Kalte, pointing out the position of the ship Cardinal. I'll not be needing that, he replies. Maps are invariably wrong. I prefer to rely on my own sense of direction. Loy Kaimar raises his guild staff, and a dazzling beam of light flows from its tip. He makes 3 wide sweeps of the air, and the hall of the Brumelmark is transformed into an umbrella of color. As the colors fade, you become aware of a sudden drop in temperature. You now stand upon the Liuk ice shelf at a point less than half a mile from where the Cardinal lies at anchor. Loy Kaimar and Vanatar are close by, both shivering in the chill morning air. Within minutes, you are sighted by the ship's lookout, and a longboat is dispatched. As a wriggling Vanatar is hoisted unceremoniously aboard the Cardinal and deposited in the brig, the captain is the first to congratulate you on your skill and daring. But how did you manage to return so quickly? He asks incredulously. We were not expecting you for another 10 days. Let us say, interrupts Loy Kaimar, that the wisdom of the Kai and the lore of the Magician's Guild can surpass the limitations of even time itself. Join me and we will rule the galaxy. No. A puzzled expression crosses the captain's face. Yeah, if we didn't have the magician or the effigy, I feel like we would have been screwed. Like, pretty much. I mean, the Sommer Squared maybe could compensate for one of those things, but not both. But it is gradually replaced by a smile as he begins to understand the magician's curious answer. Your journey to Anscaven is swift, but you are saddened by your memories of the brave guides that were left behind. Rip, brave guides. Your arrival in the port is greeted by an anxious crowd. They fear that your early return is a sign of your mission's failure. When the news of Vanatar's capture becomes known, your warrior skills are required once again, this time in the defense of your enemy against the seething mob of outraged Somlending that assault Anscaven jail. Safe passage is eventually secured to Torin, where trial awaits the traitor. Upon the dawn of the feast of Maesmarn, in the depths of the guild hall of the Crystal Star, Vanatar the traitor is tried by his brotherhood and found guilty of his terrible crimes. He is led away in silence to the deepest chamber of the guild hall, wherein lies the Daziarn, a portal of total darkness, the door of an eternal prison from which there can be no escape. They sent him into the Phantom Zone, is what they did. You are the avenger of his crimes, and it is you who cast the wretched traitor into the limbo of Daziarn. Your mission is now completed. You have survived the Caverns of Kalte and freed Sommerlund from the menace of Vanatar. But the heat of battle and the challenge of a new and desperate quest awaits you in Book 4 of the Lone Wolf series, entitled The Chasm of Doom. We did it, people! Success! Somlending! Woot! Yes, we did it! And the next one up is going to be... So that means that we're going to we had 0 deaths. You know why? Because Sommersword. We did. The Sommersword was part of it, but it was also the fact remember, we had to stop and find the effigy. We did that by doing the whole thing with the book. Remember the buttons on the altar? We pressed the buttons in the right order to get that effigy, or we wouldn't have it. And then the freaking, the magician. If we had decided that we were going to, avoid all the doors from then forward, we wouldn't have had our boy. You know, it wouldn't have been there. Oh, thank you. Yes, it worked out. I'm very excited about that. So, and our next book, and this will be something, well, if we play on Saturday, which we'll talk to Terry about in just a minute, The Chasm of Doom, Book 4 is going to be the next one up in the mix. I'm going to save our progress. Man, I absolutely adore this program. It's so cool. All right, so speaking of that, let us go back and check in on this and see where we've got things. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves. This was a lot of fun. Although it's a lot easier for it to be fun when everything automatically works because of the Sommersword. But yeah, that was pretty sweet. Yeah, well done is right. You guys did a great job of this. I think it's all because of the Sommersword and our button luck. I really wonder whether, I guess we would have had to fight the creature with the Sommersword. I wonder what I'm actually want to look up and see what the skill of the creature is. Okay, let's see. I'm looking to see. His name was Akra Neonor. Wow. Okay. So the Akra Neonor has combat skill of 23 and endurance points of 50. 50. Now, the good news is that it's undead. So the Sommersword would have done double damage to it. But still, combat skill of 23, even with all of our boosts, we would have been just tied or slightly less. So, yeah. And remember, when we start Book 4, we're actually going to be able to pick up another Kai discipline. We're going to have elevated ourselves from Guardian up to the next level. I forget what the next level is above Guardian, but we're going to have leveled up again. So it's pretty awesome. Christopher Reckleston. I dig it. I'm loving that. All right. And check this out, people. As Terry is wrapping up this ice clone.
Yes,
this Cyclone ice clone. Look at that. How awesome is that? Well, so take us through it. Okay, so take us through the 3 pictures because we're going to see that.
Be safe first.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, save it first.
This program is a bit slower than what I was previously using. That's like the downside of a program that does more.
That's so badass, Terry. It's really good.
Thank you. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so number 1, this guy. This is the guy that we just kicked to the curb.
Yeah, that is the evil wizard, something with a V.
Vanathar.
Vanathar, wizard with a V.
We just call him Vanquished.
Vanquish. Then we had to try some potions in the fortress.
Yep. That's our boy Lone Wolf, looking good. And actually the potions did work out. We used one of those potions, so.
and then like glorious battle against Ice Cyclone.
Yeah, suck it, Ice Demon. That looks great. Great
you.
stuff. I'm really impressed. So how do you feel? That's the biggest
I'm
question.
feeling pretty good. Like my arm is like aching a little bit, but like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So now the key is
Nearly
to
as
go get
bad
rest
as
for
it
your
was
arm.
months ago.
But do you feel good enough that you think we can give Saturday
Yes.
a try?
Absolutely, I'm on it.
Yay! So Terry is going to be back, people. Rejoice. Terry is going to be back with us on Saturday. So a week from Saturday for ARFCon, Terry and I are going to do Book 4, The Chasm of Doom, and we will join all of you. So you guys better get your thinking caps on, because as you can see, in Book 4, our quest is to recover a missing shipment of gold and locate the patrol that disappeared, and the crow is a symbol of impending danger. So in Book 4, we have The Chasm of Doom. The time will be, Kara, we have to confirm that. It's either going to be 12 or 1 p.m. Eastern. So I have to confirm that. But it'll be between 12 and 1 on Saturday. And for those of you who don't...
it's like calculating time zone stuff.
Right, exactly. So we have to confirm that. But the good news is that this is being done to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, which is an amazing charity that does work in getting young researchers who have done amazing stuff in the fight against cancer, in the fight against cancer and for cancer research. We have raised almost $4,000 over the last 3 years. This year we're aiming for $3,000. We have an amazing schedule set up for you. We've got all 4 of my campaigns. Terry is going to be back with you on Friday because we've got Adventures of Middle-earth, which will be up Friday at 12. And then we've got at 3 p.m., I believe it is, we've got D&D with GOG. And then at 8 p.m., we've got Esper Genesis on Friday. Then Saturday, Terry will be right back here with me as we live illustrate Book 4, The Chasm of Doom. And then we will have a concert at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and then a special event starring 4 people, at least 4, might be one more, but at least 4 people, amazing role players. And I can just confirm, by the way, the 4th person is Lauren Irwin, who actually Terry knows because she played in the first few sessions of Adventures of Middle-earth. So we will have Lauren with us. We will have Grimjack, also Greg from is his name, no relation, from Encounter, does stuff with Encounter Roleplay and other things as well on the WotC channel and so forth. Little Red Dot, who also plays on the official Learn by Play WotC D&D campaign with Will on WotC's official D&D channel. And then Ryan Shaples, who did was with Hyper RPG and did the Open Legend stuff for us last year. They'll be doing a special Mission Impossible session on Saturday night, which will be awesome. And then Sunday will be a marathon session concluding D&D with Infinity and Beyond, The Rise of Tiamat. So we will have an epic conclusion, and I've got a couple of surprises planned for that you guys are not going to want to miss. So it's going to be awesome. Yep, we got Greg, Chelsea, Lauren, Ryan, the whole bit. So we are going all out. We've got, of course, all of our corporate sponsors. We've got lots of giveaways. We've got that thing I showed you that Rock God did, the amazing photograph for the top donor of the lighthouse on the metal. It's just really, really awesome. So we got a lot of stuff for part of ARFCon for you folks, and Terry is going to be a big part of it. So Terry, this was great. Thank you. It was really awesome, and I hope it was fun to get back into it. Where will the fine people see you next on the internet?
Well, I mean, as far as internet stuff is concerned, you can see me next, during ARFCon here. First thing would be Adventures in Middle-earth on Friday, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Saturday, Lone Wolf. And other than that, I will be attending the Comic Salon in Erlangen, here in Germany, at the end of the month, which is the best Comic-Con, like the best convention in general you can attend to when it comes to like Germany. So if you happen to be in the area, please do come by. It's definitely worth it. Erlangen is a beautiful town. And
you're going to be at the Tunes Up booth?
Yes,
right?
exactly. You can find me at the Tunes Up booth. As always, I assume. Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, ever since I started going.
Hey, what's up, Build? How you been, man? Yeah, it was awesome. And Elias, it was you missed the end of the drawing. Yeah, you missed it. The good news is, though, you missed it, but you'll get another chance because a week from Saturday, Terry will be back with us doing The Chasm of Doom. The other thing I like about these books also, Terry, is that they seem to, like, the time scales well. You know, like, I feel like I did this in 2 sessions, basically. And it feels like they weren't too long, but they're not rushed. I don't know. It seems to like, plot out nicely for streams. So I don't know, but I'm pleased, and I just really love this program. So.
Well, I'll take your word for it. I don't know.
Yes, I think it's great. And of course, the main thing is having you there for the illustrations is awesome. So,
and also, if people want to see the drawings like in better quality and stuff, I will post them in a bit on Twitter and Tumblr and stuff.
Yeah, and you should link
else
up your Patreon, yes?
Yeah, my name is TariToons on like everything, like on Patreon, on yes.
We need to get a Terry command. I need to remember to ask Shadowed about that. Hey,
yeah,
Dragon.
Twitter, on Instagram, on Tumblr, on Facebook, on Toons Up, obviously, but that website is in German.
All those links.
Yeah, I'm like on almost anything.
Okay, I gotta remember to if one of my mods can remind me, because I have a bunch of my mods in here right now. If one of you folks can remind me, or can just let me know, or let Shadowed Mage know that I want to send Terry. Maybe if you could just send me that stuff in Discord when you get a chance. I know I have it somewhere, but just like collected. Okay. Then after that, then I want to send all that stuff to them so that we can actually create a command. I thought about that, Elias, for a guest command, but I want this command that's just Terry, because Terry does enough stuff on this channel that I'd like her just to have her own command, because she does this stuff. So, well, yeah, I mean, you know, like we're doing this at least once a month, so that's a big thing. So, yeah, thanks, Shadow. You're a big help. Remind Arv to tell Terry something. That will certainly stay in my memory for 3 seconds, for sure. Yes, and patreon.com/TariToons. I support Terry over there. You guys should as well, because she's a wonderful artist. So she did a great job. Terry, thank you. This was a great pleasure. I'm so happy to have you back in the saddle, so to speak. And yeah, we will see you. I'm going to let you go so I can close up the stream, but I will see you soon. And thank you so much. This is awesome.
Yes. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Terry. Everyone say goodbye, chat. Much love to Terry for the great work. That was awesome. Super cool. I was really, really happy with that. I could not be more pleased with how that all went down. And yeah, give me just a second here whilst I address that thing. Hold on a second while I get rid of this. Where are we? I get rid of that and webcam like that, and get rid of that, and studio mode, and there we go. Lovely. So yeah, that was great. That was really awesome. Something about Terry and something. I just want to remember to add Terry's links and stuff in a command into chat. That would be great. So, but this was great. Good job, Kai Lord Guns Committee. Yeah, you guys did a great job. We really did well. Also, we did well in the fact that we had the Sommerswear. That's the real thing that we did well. But this was awesome times. Oh. Okay, we got to do this quick, guys. We got to do this quick. I forgot about this because I got to get ready for D&D. So, I forgot. We need to do nominations for the chat chosen game of the month. Completely forgot about that. So I will take hold on a second. I will take the first 6 nominations. So I need nominations and I need them quickly. I need these nominations. So please give them to me quickly. Give me nominations. I will take only 1 per person. I reserve the right to veto one that I don't think will work. Okami. HD. What else? Sonic 06? Really? What Remains of Edith Finch? Okay. Red Alert 2. And what is the Pillars of the Earth? Anydel. I know the rest of these. What are the Pillars of the Earth? And I'm going to close nominations there as soon as I hear about the Pillars of the Earth. Oh, Ken Follett's. Is that the strategy one? Is that the strategy game? It's a strategy game, right? Or it's an adventure game? Okay, I think I've heard of that. Because I think there's a board game of that too. Okay, here we go, people. So now what I need you guys to do is I need you to vote for these. So the top 3 vote getters are going to be put into a next game straw poll, which hopefully my mods will be able to do. So the top 3 vote getters here will get this. So please vote. The top 3 vote getters will go into the vote, and the final vote for this will take place in 1 week, and then I will actually play this game in 2 weeks. I'll play this game. It'll actually be the Tuesday after ArvCon. So it'll be I'll probably just want to be like, nice, chill, relaxing after ArvCon was over. If you vote for Sonic, you're a Dark Lord. So we got Growlancer, we go to Kami, Sonic, What Remains of Edith Finch, Red Alert 2, The Pillars of the Earth. So yeah, I got to make that vote. Yeah, these are all good choices. These are all good choices. I'm fine with any of these. Some of them are repeat people. We've had Growlancer 2 and Red Alert 2 on here before. I don't think we've ever had Okami HD or Sonic or What Remains of Edith Finch or The Pillars of the Earth on here before. So... okay. All right, I'm going to last call this because I forgot that I needed to do this. So I was kind of like, okay, now I'm good. And then now I'm kind of rushing because I need to get done and go over. Remember, by the way, at the top of the hour, we're going to be back with D&D with GOG, Storm King's Thunder, over on my Pen and Pixel show. That's been a lot of fun. And you're going to get a chance to see that with Darksaber 2K, with Pyron Jade, with Screaming Joypad, and with Tasty Chai. So that's going to be awesome. The folks are right now just left the House of Knowledge in Neverwinter as they try to figure out what is driving the Giants to do what they've been doing. And so that's going to be awesome times. And then that'll be the last time that I stream probably this week, unless I happen to throw a bonus stream in, which maybe could happen. But otherwise, I'm not going to be streaming, remember, Friday and Saturday because I've got my wife's college reunion that I'm going to be going to with the family. So no Friday or Saturday stream. I will be back next Tuesday officially, though, as I say, it is possible I might throw in a bonus stream somewhere, but we'll see. It was worth a shot. Okay, and... now I'm going to need, let's see, do I need to, okay. And poll closed. Well, the Hungry River Dragonboard eats everything, exactly. Okay, so here we go, the top 3 choices. So again, if I can ask one of my mods to put this into a straw poll and then link it to the next game command. I know you folks have done this before. It is What Remains of Edith Finch, Okami HD, and The Pillars of the Earth. Those are the 3 choices, all good choices. What Remains of Edith Finch, Pillars of the Earth, and Okami HD are the 3 choices for the chat chosen game of the month. Any of these are fine, and I will be playing these. I'll be playing this in 2 weeks. Final vote on this will be next Tuesday, and then the actual playing of the game will be the Tuesday after that. Yeah, I feel the same, Melanie. I'd be happy to do all this. It is amazing how much good lighting really makes this webcam work. Like, the webcam looks so nice when the color when there's lighting. It's so nice. Lighting makes such a difference. I just need to live in a place where it's 24-hour sun, and then this would be no problem. Anyway, okay, so it makes such a difference, man. But again, I'm hoping that Windows 10 will be a little bit more robust in terms of support for these things. We'll see. But yeah, exactly, Cloud. It's so nice to see it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I was thinking the drivers. It was the drivers that was the issue. Yeah, it was the drivers that was the issue. And by the way, Genli, I should say that so if I do a special stream, like a bonus stream at some point, then I will definitely do your, and assuming you're there, I will definitely read your character background, because that is something we do as part of the Patreon. I just can't do it now because of how late we're getting. I can't take the time. I got to go and get ready for D&D, but it is done. I hope you will like it. It's finished. I hope you will enjoy it. It is done to your specifications, I think. And yeah, I have yours done and I have Ashera's done. So those are wrapped up and ready to go. That is the right one. Thank you, Shatter. I have written it. Yes, I have already written it. I have finished it. There is your next game. Ooh, look at Straw Poll. Straw Poll is all fancy now. Straw Poll isn't like, writing it on some notepad anymore. Wow, look at that. My goodness. Very fancy. So you have to refresh the results too. Okay, anyway, that will be the one. Thank you very much for doing that, Shadow. I appreciate it. Okay. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right, I am going to close the poll. I already closed it. Sorry. Stop ArvBot. And I'm going to send ArvBot away and thank him for his great work. So that's going to do it for me for today, folks. No raid today because we're going to be hopefully going over to GOG in just about 25 minutes. And so in about 25 minutes, you should head over there and you should... Okay, Just want to make sure that I made a note. And you should head over there in about 25 minutes, and I'm going to be playing D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder. Again, I want to emphasize, folks, the big thing here coming up, you should definitely see this because it will get you set up for D&D coming in ArvCon. But I can't emphasize enough, next week is going to be a big week. We've got Masters of the Dungeon coming on in this time slot from 12 to 3 next Tuesday. Then we've got at 4 to 7, we've got Battletech. And then at 9 o'clock next Tuesday, we've got the Arvocalist with Russ, Rob, Bonnie, and Zach. They'll all be here. And then the following Friday is the beginning of ArvCon. Starting at noon Eastern, we will have the fine people from Adventures of Middle-earth doing that campaign. Remember, by the way, don't forget Twitch space 2018 if you want to go buy stuff, including the new Eriador Adventures. You want to pre-order that. Twitch space 2018 is exclusively available to you guys through my channel. Thank you to Cubicle 7, which sponsors AME for doing that. So we've got AME, then we've got D&D with GOG again, and then we will have Esper Genesis in the evening of Friday. Then Saturday, we've got TariToons with a special Lone Wolf session starting around noon Eastern. Then at 4:30, we've got the concert, which is going to be super awesome. And then at 8 o'clock, we have, or actually 9 o'clock, I believe, we have the super special event of I don't want to explain what it is, but the 4 people, Little Red Dot, Grimjack, we've got that Salty Ginger, Lauren Irwin, and finally Ryan Chapels. They will be joining me with a special spy-themed RPG event, you might say. And then the following day, Sunday, will be starting at noon Eastern, the wrap-up, the concluding epic marathon conclusion session of The Rise of Tiamat. All of it is coming to an head, and we're going to see what happens on that day, all to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. Lots of cool stuff happening, so please be there. Mark your calendars for that, because it is really important. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to head out of here. Oh, I don't even know what that is, Lucathea, but I'm happy to hear about it. Definitely drop me mention it in Discord, Lucathea, and I'll take a look at it. But that's going to do it for me. You guys are the best, and I really had a great time today. Thanks to everyone who made this a wonderful stream. Thank you to Chaotix, to Dragonspear, to TariToons, to Miser, J-Rab, Shattermage, and Ten of Clubs. All of them wonderful mods. Thank you to Shatter for doing the poll thing. Thank you to all of my mods. Special thanks, of course, to TariToons, who did an amazing job with the art. Terry, really, it was a great pleasure. We always have fun doing these, so I'm really glad that you were able to join us again. Thank you, and you folks will see Terry next week at Adventures of Middle-earth, and then again for this on Saturday. Moving on, thank you to my subscribers. Again, Chaotix, Dragonspear, TariToons. Thank you to 10 of Clubs. Thank you to Cloud Kingdom. Thank you to C. Kelly. Thank you to Genly. Thank you to Lucathea, Nonstop, Uncle Elias. Subs are out in force today. Thank you also to my Patreon supporters, including people like Dragonspear and 10 of Clubs and Chaotix and many others. Thank you for that. Thank you to Any Dell, to Blakatron, to Brahms, Build Broadcast. Good to see you back, Build. Thank you to Determinologies. Always a pleasure, Brahms. Thank you to Echo Alpha. Thank you to ECAG, to Electrical Skateboard, Alinea. Thank you to Aranth, Jagtris, Carohemd. Thank you to Le Croissant, Cyclope. Thank you to N. Brenton and Positatica. I don't think I've seen either one of you in here before. I hope you like what you saw and heard, and will follow the stream and support it with the Patreon, !ArvTrion, or by subbing to the channel right above, or by checking out the merchandise, !ArvShop, YouTube, !ArvTube, Discord, !ArvCord, Twitter, !ArvTweets, all that stuff that you can do. So thanks for joining. Thank you to Slowcool, to Streep, the One Batman, TNS Mephiston. Thank you to Tobik. Thank you to you, Christensen, and thank you to Viking Jones. All much love. You are all wonderful people, and I really had a good time today. This is awesome. I'm really glad we were able to get back into this. I'm heading over to get ready for D&D. See you guys in about 20 minutes, top of the hour over G&G for Pen and Pixels, episode 126, and Storm King's Thunder with the GOG stream team. Until then, everyone be good to each other, and I will catch you all soon. Have a good day.
Well, do you remember when the world was fresh and new? When it all seemed clear to you? When your aim was straight and true? Were your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark? Content to play your part, open pathways to your heart? Were your life untainted by a host of broken dreams? When all your acts were queens on understood all that it means? Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how you got from there to now? Oh, yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Go on and search now through your pile of broken lies and your set of fake goodbyes, another cynical disguise.